What's up? What's up? What's up? If you're catching this on the replay, appreciate it. I'm going to get into the future of myself on YouTube. I guess first thing I'm going to get into is trying to fix this camera. So I was just live on the other channel. But in this video, I'm going to get into kind of the future of what's going on with me and what I'm doing on YouTube, as well as finally, how you can get a hat. To let you know, these hats are going to be limited supply. So once they are done, they're done. I'm only going to be, I don't know how many I'm going to order. I'm going to tell everybody that. I don't know how many I'm going to order. But once this first sale is kind of done, you will not be able to get this hat again. That's not to say that I will not do future giveaways with this hat, but they are going to be very few and far between. They are going to be limited to all of you guys that have been here kind of from the start. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I wanted to give you guys something special. I'm looking for a quality mass producing company that can, create a nice hat for me. But as far as this one goes, this one is a special one. This one is the first. And so you can order it now, and that's it. Once they're gone, no more. I will not be bringing them back. So anyway, let's roll through. Let's say hi to a couple of folks, and I'm gonna get directly into what's going on. Oh my gosh, my mount here is not working with me whatsoever, so I apologize. Deja vu, yes, I was on live on the other channel. I appreciate everybody. TJ Jones, where have I been? Man, I have been all over the place, been busy. Hi, Mrs. Makes Sense. Hey, what's up, Charles? Boise, Idaho. Oh, nice. Boise, Idaho. Just to answer this question right now, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm at a Love's that has a Sonic. So that's as in-depth as I'm going to go. If you know where that's at, cool. If not, haha. Whoop, whoop. Conway, what's up? What year is my truck? It's a 2013. There is going to be an Ask Me Anything at the end of this video. So if you don't care about the hats, if you don't care what's going on with YouTube and you're watching this on the replay, just scroll forward at some point in the video. I don't know. I'll be answering questions. So we're going to take that. What's up, Richard? Wendy, hello. Why not an 18 speed? You hate that hood. Why not a long hood or no hood? Man, I don't know. The hood's kind of grown on me. I honestly, I didn't necessarily like the old Anteater here, but, it's not bad. It's not bad. Why not an 18 speed? Because my options are very limited. If you know my story, my story is up on this channel somewhere. It's an old video. I do not think I've taken that one down. I don't remember which video it's in. On the new channel, I am going to be rehashing my story in much more of a vlog style. So I will be getting into that. But anyway, he knows where I'm at. Mr. Tay, what's up, man? We trucking, man? Love you, brother. Nice. Let's see. Top of the day, Landstar. Yes, sir. Paul, I know you're killing it. You're pulling one of them RGNs for us over here. That's awesome. Mercer's requiring camera tied into Qualcomm for $140 upfront, $20 a month. Man, Jason, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's just, I completely disagree with that. That goes against everything. I'm mad when I hear that company drivers are having that happen to them, much less an owner-operator company. And that's disgusting. Ethan missed the start where it needs to be purchased. I'm going to get into that. Haven't gotten into that yet, Ethan. Still saying hi. No curve hood. Bill, trust me, I want a hood truck. I want a hood truck. What's up, Mr. Mike Bowers? What's up? Is it Hassan or Hassan? Sorry if I'm at my apologies. What's up, Joel? Okay, so anyway, all right. First, I'm going to get into, what's going on with this channel. I know that it's been a little while since I put up on this channel. I've had a lot of things going on personally. I've had a lot. If you guys know me at all, or a little bit, more than what I put here, that the last year for me has been a struggle. And unfortunately, it's going to be a bit more of a struggle for me here, over the next few months. So just bear with me. Hi, Marty, handsome man. Appreciate it. It's just I'm going through some things. This is my life. I'm just another person out here. I'm just another driver out here. I'm literally nothing special whatsoever. I just happen to be up on YouTube, and I just hope you guys understand and remember that we are people and we go through things, and you know it's been tough. So that being said, this channel, I am certainly going to continue teaching. I'm going to continue putting up videos on this channel, and it's not going to be as frequent as it once was at one time. But I am aiming for at least one a week, and continue that teaching, because it's not that I necessarily know everything. It's just I do have some knowledge that I can pass along, and I would like to do so. So that's kind of what's going on with this channel. Real quickly on the other channel, I know you guys probably, if you're watching my videos, I'm sure you've been recommended a friend of Sammy's, and possibly a very good possibility one day be a friend of mine. Justin over at Just Trucking, he is crushing the vlog game over there, and it's because he puts out so much content. At least that's the belief. So on that other video, or on that other channel, I'm going to more turn it into kind of a reality show rather than a vlog, and going to be putting up videos as often as possible. Hopefully, dare I say, daily. I don't know if it'll reach that point, but as often as possible. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you can check out that other channel. You can search it. It's just driven, or literally the word driven. It will. You'll have to click on one of the videos in order to actually subscribe, because it's such a young channel. You can't necessarily see it again. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on with that. Now I'm getting into the hats. I know you guys have a bunch of questions. Like, I can see them. I promise I'm going to try to get back to them all. But the purpose of this video is the hats. Okay, so on the other channel, my computer didn't quite crash, but it might as well had. I woke up, or I opened it up yesterday, and so much, like almost all of the footage that I had was wiped. I lost a lot. My Premiere Pro got reset, and it really bothered me. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the time, rather than being upset about all the footage that I lost. I'm going to offer up this hat. I know you guys have been asking for it. I talked about it a long time ago, and COVID wound up happening right after I announced this, so I was unable to kind of take care of it. And you know what, I'm going to take care of it now. But what's going on with this is that this is going to be a very limited hat. It's going to be a special hat. So this is only going to go on sale one time. And once it's done, it's done. You're never going to be able to order it again. I feel like that's something special for all of you guys. That's, all of you guys that have been here kind of from the start. And, I just feel like that's a cool thing. And for everybody else that comes along, I'll love them just as much as I love you guys, or maybe just a little bit less, because they won't have the ability to get this hat. So anyway, it's a good hat. It's an embroidered hat. I've had this one. Somebody, it was hilarious. They said this one needs an oil change. I thought that was really funny. But I wear this almost every single day. You can see that the logo is still in good shape. I wasn't flipping you guys off, I promise. It's embroidered, so it's in really good shape. I'm happy with the quality of the hat, and I think it's a good hat, personally. So, but these colors will never be offered again. Somebody asked the price. The price is going to be, if you live in the contiguous 48, it's going to be $25. And if you live outside of that, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research. I am willing to ship it outside, but obviously I can't pay to buy you a hat, unfortunately. So the price might be a little bit more. I would imagine it's not going to be more than like $30 though. So, but if you are in the contiguous 48, $25. And the way to get it is to email me driven trucking hats, HATS, so it is plural, driven trucking hats, and that's at yahoo.com. Send me an email. Let me know how many do you want. I put a cap on it. You cannot order more than 2. It's because it is going to be a limited supply hat. Therefore, it's going to be, not everybody's going to have one of these. So you cannot order more than 2. If you want to order kind of for the family, you know, you can kind of plead your case maybe. But it is a one size fits most. This, I have a 7, I'm pretty sure I have a 7.25 inch dome, and I'm only right there on the 3rd slot. So yeah, it's a one size fits most. I mean, I think it's going to fit the majority of adults. So, but anyway, great hat. Love it. As far as actually getting the hat out to you, you're going to have to give me some time. I don't have a mass production company yet. I have not found a hat that I like. I've looked into a lot of them, and haven't had the, or haven't found the right company, haven't found the right ones that I want. I feel provide the good enough quality versus, versus the good price to be able to mass produce these. So, you know, who I'm dealing with now, they do not mass produce. It takes a long time to make one. So unfortunately, you know, I just can't, it actually provides a unique opportunity to kind of sell these in limited supply. So you guys have something special. So I appreciate that. But do allow, I'm going to be upfront with you, allow 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. I know it's a long time, but I have to actually drive there, get there. Then I got to pick them up. And then I have to actually ship them out. So, and then this is, this is Christmas season. So, you know, it's going to be slower. The shipping is going to be a little bit slower anyway. All right. Enough rambling about the hats. I appreciate it. I know I saw an influx of questions, so I'm going to try and go back to the top. I did say $25, TJ, in the contiguous, 48. Mike Bowers, am I going to autograph them? If you want, you're more than welcome to kind of say that in the email. Just if you want it autographed, sure, I'll be happy to autograph it for you. But I am just a driver, guys. But if that's what you want, I'm more than happy to do so. So I'm going to scroll back through here. I think I've made it back to where I was at. Yes, please keep teaching. I will keep teaching. Absolutely. I haven't covered, I don't know, this much of what I want to talk about on this channel. There's so much to talk about in trucking and everything. There's so much to teach. It's almost overwhelming as far as like what videos do I want to make. There's an endless supply of content here on this channel to teach, what I know. Do I know everything? No. Do I get it wrong sometimes? Probably. But I just do my best to research and put out good quality content and steer people in the right direction. And hopefully it makes a difference. Whenever I get emails about, from people that I've helped and stuff like that, it makes all the difference in the world. And I love hearing that. So I love making these videos. Never going to stop. But anyway, yeah, let's move on. If you guys don't know, if you're just now dropping in, what's going on? We have reached the Ask Me Anything part of the stream, and let's see here. I think that's an awesome hat. I appreciate it, Marty. Thank you. I'd buy it if it runs good and been taken care of. Okay, you're talking about a truck. Like $40,000 hat. That's kind of expensive. All right, if you've asked a question previously, just go ahead and ask again because it's just too much to go scroll back through. So Demolition Ranch, he can get them for you. Matt, you're not the first person that has said that. I'll be honest, I have not looked into Demolition Ranch yet, but that is one of the companies that's on my list to look for. I've looked through, I don't know, 7 or 8 so far, probably. I don't think the hat will fit me. I am really smart. Well, right, Lane, then I'd say that I'd probably skip one then. But I don't know. It's pretty big back there, so it will go pretty good size. Even no matter how big your brain is. Let's see here. Hey, how's trucking in real life? Blue lights. Trucking in real life, it's all right. I've been doing well out here. I have actually slowed down a little bit. It's been nice to be able to just kind of relax here at Landstar. I'm making a lot more. I'm making a lot better rate per mile over here. I'll just be honest with you and say it. I've been running a lot of customer freight, a lot of their actual Landstar customer freight, and it's allowed me to slow down, which is less wear and tear on the truck, which is less wear and tear right here, and been able to get some other affairs in my life more on track, but more so the 6 inches right here between the ears, and it's been good. So is it worth it waiting? Appreciate that, Marty. Randy, what did Randy say? Let's see here. As a new CDL holder, I want to buy my own semi truck and start hauling in Canada. Is it possible to get insurance? If you're saying, is it possible to get insurance if I'm assuming that you don't have any experience? There are very few companies that will deal with that. Keep in mind, I'm not my own carrier. I am speaking. I know that I have spoken with Sammy about this. I don't speak for Sammy from what I'm about to say, but that would be kind of the only knowledge that I have. What I've heard is that insurance, when you're a brand new authority and you're also a brand new CDL, it's outrageous. And when I'm talking outrageous, I'm talking like double to triple the amount. That's an assumption. I know at one point it was double because you should be able to get insurance, I think, don't quote me, but between like $14,000, $16,000 a year. But as a new CDL holder, you're looking at upper 20s. For any decent insurance, for any insurance that's actually worth, there you go, right there. It costs about 24K. So 24K. So that's not quite double, but that's almost double. That cuts into your profit massively. Can it be done? Sure. But, do I recommend it? I wouldn't say I recommend it, but, it can be done. It can be done. Let's see here. Donna's Ranch. What? I said demolition. I will buy the hat and hoodie if you will hand deliver it. Deal, Paul. I know where you're at, so we're good. Okay, I already answered that. What do you know about ACT trucking? I'm sorry, Bobby. I don't know anything about them, so I apologize. Jason Miller trucking really good right now, especially in the van division. Oh, man, you van guys are killing it. Jason, I do know, is over at Landstar. Yeah, I've got a buddy of mine. He's running out of Houston. He's destroying it right now. Whew. Making way more than I am, and he's doing a lot less work. Waiting for B to be done so I can get back to this game. Well, hopefully I don't run all the way through the pause time that you're allowed to. Why did I wait 5.5 years before I bought my own truck? Would I buy sooner by what I know now? Well, the reason I waited 5.5 years is because I was making 90 plus thousand my first job. It's extremely rare. It's extremely rare, and I got extremely lucky. I'll just real quick, about 2 months after I started, I was offered a position team driving. It was dedicated plasma account, and it was before they chopped the miles in half, unfortunately. But I was making in the 90s, man, as a company driver, no stress, and it was just gravy train. So didn't see a need to buy a truck, to be honest. I had my son was due, and we had just closed on a house. And all of a sudden, I found out that my salary was basically cut by 1/3. Yes, you heard that right, by 1/3. And it was necessity for me to make more money than that. And so I was forced in a position to buy a truck right after buying a house and with my son on the way. So it was not a good situation. I did not do it right. I do not advise the way that I did it, but I did come out the other side, luckily. So that's why. Would I do it sooner knowing what I know now? Depends on your financial situation, actually. If you're in a position where you've got your bills very manageable and you have a very low output of expenses, I'd say as soon as possible, to be honest. Definitely after at least 1 year, if not two, of regular experience. But sure, I would say not to wait. Let's see here. For starter train, any suggestions for starter trainer companies for someone from Wisconsin? Oh, Adam, unfortunately, I just don't know. I don't really know mega carriers. I don't know, what they offer right now. I put out a video on this channel that talked about how I would start. I believe it was something about how I'd begin or something like that. It's actually a fairly recent video. It's like within the last, I don't know, definitely within the last 10 videos that I put out. And in that, I gave a lot of tips as far as how how to start, like what are some of the questions, a few of the questions that you should be asking, what you should be looking for. So that's a good one to kind of look at and go with. I don't necessarily recommend going to one of the mega carriers that's going to pay for your CDL, but if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. That's the way I did it. I didn't have any money. I didn't have, I wasn't in a good position whenever I first became a truck driver. So I kind of went the mega carrier route, and I don't regret it for one bit. Plus, like I said a second ago, I got extremely lucky. That's definitely, it's not going to happen to most people, but yeah. Let's see here. Sorry. Every time like a new comment rolls through, it scrolls it all the way down to the bottom, and that sucks. I wonder if I can turn that off. I need to call Hensley, see what he says. Joe Biden will hurt truck drivers. I agree, Scott. Definitely not going to get political, but you are 100% right. And if you disagree with that statement, you need to go do more research. Thanks, Mohammed. I'm the best. I don't know about the best, man. You're the best. Let's see here. Manual or automatic transmissions to learn with. I'm sorry. I butchered that. Apologies. Manual, 100%. And the reason I say that is because an automatic, it's too easy to fall back into your habits that you have as just a regular four-wheeler driver. The guys that are out here in their passenger cars, I'm guilty of it. I drive differently whenever I'm driving a passenger vehicle than when I'm driving a CDL or a commercial vehicle. And 100%, I'd say learn on a manual. That way, just in case, you never know. One day you might need to run that manual transmission. Well, anybody that knows how to run a manual transmission can run an automatic truck. Not anybody that runs an automatic truck can run a manual transmission. So that's why I would say that. Yeah. Sorry of all the uhs and ums. If you can make an extra 10K with your own authority versus company, it's worth it. If you can't, it's not, my opinion. I'd agree with that. Yeah, 10. You know, I'm assuming somebody asked about having your own carrier. There's a lot more work that's involved. There's a process of building up relationships with brokers that you're going to need. You need to take time away from truck driving so that way you can go pound on some doors and create your own customers. So there's a lot more from the business perspective that's involved, that's going to take time away from your actual driving. And yeah, I'd say 10 grand is definitely worth. Yeah, I hate to call it a headache, because it's not necessarily a headache, it's just more stress. I mean, it's just facts. But yeah, I'd agree with that, Rick. Let's see here. Let's see. Thoughts on glider kit bans? Oh, really, Seth? If you guys can't tell, I don't necessarily keep up with the news. I hate the news. There's the saying, no news like bad news. Every once in a while I look at the trucking news, but I didn't know that they banned the glider kits. I mean, if you're talking about like, what's that? The name of the company? I forget. Basically, they're not building them anymore. I didn't know they were necessarily banning them. I didn't know that they were necessarily legal. I just thought, this is assumption here, I just thought that they were, you couldn't necessarily have a company build them. Fitzgerald. I know that they're not building them anymore. I think that they're still building some of the older models, or at least you can still buy them. But to answer your question, that sucks. It sucks. This DPF, DEF crap. It was nothing but a money grab. And now California's screaming about how it's killing their crops, and so now they're against it. I mean, it's total BS. And if we have a new administration in, that's only going to get worse. History says that under Democratic rule, the regulations always go up. So that's scary to think of. The ban on them, if there's an actual ban, that's a terrible idea. A terrible idea. This DEF just kills these engines, kills them. The newer models are better, like the new X15. I think the newest Detroit, definitely the new Volvo, and I think the newest PACCAR. I think they're all doing okay. But in the end, you're going to be rebuilding those engines earlier. So even if you are getting 800,000 miles out of them before you need a rebuild, well, you're still cutting them, 1.2 million on some of the older stuff. So that's crap. That's what I think. But they didn't ask me, unfortunately. What's up, Daniel McCarthy? That's a long time no see. Mock Squad. Makes sense, you nuts. You want to ride in my truck? How often do I go home? Now, because of circumstance, I'm home about every 3 weeks. Could I be home every weekend? I could. Um, but it's just I've got goals and I've made sacrifices, unfortunately, and that's why I'm always out here. And because I'm running hard, and you know, it just is what it is. But look for things to change here soon. Look for things to change here soon. I'm not going to get into that, but what's my opinion on the glider engines? I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, you're talking about the 60 series, you're talking about the N14, you're talking about the old cats. I don't think they offer them in the old cats anymore. If you can find one with a nice 6NZ in it, that's amazing. Back in the day, they didn't really care about fuel mileage, so they had them all turned up, and they were rolling coal, and just as loud as possible, and it just they didn't care about fuel mileage, so that's why they're notorious. They're not known for getting fuel mileage. Are you going to get great fuel mileage like these ones nowadays? No, they don't have the technology that they have in them now that they did back then. So they're not going to be as good as now the newer engines, but you can still get good fuel mileage. It's all about how you drive this truck. That makes a big difference. I think they're fantastic. Those glider engines. Really, I just call them older engines. Excuse me, but my number one engine that I would say is a 6NZ cat. It's expensive to maintain, and so knowing that, the engine that I would probably buy and run would be the N14. The 60 series is also a very good engine, notorious for oil leaks. I'm talking notorious for it. So I don't like dealing with that. I just don't. So that's why I wouldn't go with that. I would go personally with the N14. Yeah, Fitzgerald got wrecked for sure. Sorry, guys. I know I'm missing some of these questions, so it's hard to keep up here. That's why I had my iPad out on the other live that I did on the other channel, but it wasn't working for whatever reason. I don't know what company yet. I'm in school getting my CDLA license now. Good for you, Nikita. What's the best side business I can do in my first year as a new driver? Well, I hate to somebody said what's up, or thank you, Team Tiny. What's up, Team Tiny? I didn't see you in here. I hate to bring more competition to myself, but YouTube. YouTube's probably the best side business that you can have. It takes you about a year to build up, maybe two, but it's good. It's good. Let's see here. Yes, I do, Anthony. I have the 2250 Cummins in here right now. Considerably newer than them older models, but I'm in Hinton, Oklahoma. Am I? I just know it's legitimately, I don't know what city I'm in. I just know that I'm at a Love's that has a Sonic in Oklahoma. Okay, we're going to scroll forward. What is my heaviest load? It was that 52,280 pound coil. Rumors. Hey, what's up, Mike? What's rumors? Thank you for making these videos. I appreciate your honesty. Hey, thank you very much. Is it Jamal? I'm not sure if I said that right, but appreciate it. Thank you. Captain Flatbed, glider trucks are soon to be a thing of the past. They'll eventually have to have computers and def to receive loads. You're probably right. And yeah, I don't want to get into that. Politics. Yeah. I can't repeat them because I'm my lady. Oh, Lord. What are y'all doing down there? New gliders get rebuilt at around 30,000 miles. Huh? I don't. Robert, what does that mean, man? New gliders are being rebuilt at 30,000 miles. I think maybe typo. Also, I've had Class A, no restrictions, 6 months, driving straight trucks locally. When signing on with the company, is paid by mile or load percentage better? Kind of depends. I'm going to lean. Everything in trucking is there's nothing that's set in stone. There's nothing that's everything is not just one way. Um, the majority of the time, percentage pay is going to wind up being a lot better. It's just the way that it is. That's how almost all of your owner operators operate. Not, of course, not all of them. I'm talking true owner operators. I'm not talking about lease purchase. I'm not talking about anything like that. But most of your owner operators are running, like a percentage pay. That's generally going to come out to be the most money. So your dad is hauling lumber on a flatbed. That's cool, Jalen. How much horsepower does my truck have? 550 horse. Sammy's in trouble living outside with the dogs. Oh man, what'd you do, man? I have same truck as you. It's 2014. Oh, nice, Anthony. You probably have 1 year sooner. You probably have the Cummins 2350. Probably depends on when your truck was built, I would assume. Later in the year should have been 2350. Earlier in the year should have been 2250, I believe. What is the best transportation business, please? Towing cars, road accidents, hauling goods? Man, they're all good. I hate to be generic, but there's really not much out here other than specialized heavy haul that makes more than the rest. They all have seasons. Everything out here has seasons. So the thing is, like, if you want to maximize everything, if you want to truly be efficient as an owner operator out here, you need 2 trailers. It's just the bottom line, because everything is seasonal. So there's not one thing that's better than the other. Because even like your super heavy haul guys, your super specialized guys, they're not running year round generally. But that's tough to answer that question because it really kind of depends on you. It just depends on what you want to do and what it boils down to, how much hustle you're going to put in. What's a good trucker route app? Gentle Poo, funny name. There's really not one, unfortunately. There is one, I think it was called Hammer, it's fairly new and it's going to be good, I think. But it's one of those things that when you're dealing with technology, you're dealing with new apps, that it takes time. It just takes, it takes them time to get the app right, to get all all the what do you call it? All the writing, I forget what it's called, all the back end stuff correct. And so it just takes a long time, unfortunately. Best, actually, I can't answer that. The best trucker routing that you can get is an Atlas. They're not, it's never going to steer you wrong because you're the one that's creating your route, and you can see all the low bridges on it. You can see all the turns or the roads that you shouldn't be on. Google Maps is never going to do that. These GPS, they're never going to be able to keep up. It's hilarious. Every time I talk about GPS, down in the comments, they're like, "You're just not using it right." Well, okay. Am I like perfect, or am I the best GPS user on the planet? No, probably not, but I am smart enough to go in and change my settings. And, I can't tell you how many times I've been stuck. So, Truck Book is an awesome app. It's like Hammer. That's cool. Do they have routing, Robert? I don't know. I'm scrolling through, so I probably won't be able to see your answer, but Trucker Path. Trucker Path was bought by a Chinese company, and that's not my shit. Percentage pay works best for my truck. I would agree. What's good? Okay, so we're going back down. Tomorrow I'm going to see an international 2015 with little. Some man, you hitting on me? I'm sorry. I like Construction's out of ties, but bring new video about your hair transplant. Y'all want to see the scar? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It goes from here. Let's see. Oh, I can't even. There it is. From there all the way across. All the way across. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. I prefer not to relive that. That was an experience. I'll talk. You know what? I'll talk about that one day, but I'll probably talk about that on the new channel. I just got to my orientation for my new job, tanker job. Awesome. Congratulations, Winnie. Good luck with that. There's a company, IG Transport or something like that. Anyways, they have a fleet of Freightliner Coronado glider kits. They buy them new and do rebuilds after 30 to 50,000 miles. Then they are good. Man, that's awful to hear, man. 30 to 30,000 miles, you have to rebuild your engine? Like, where are they getting... Did you say which engine was in them? You didn't say which engine was in them. That sounds awful to me. Maybe it's a combination of the wiring on the Coronado versus what it's doing with the older motors. I mean, I don't know. That just sounds terrible. 30 to 50,000, I got to turn around and drop 20. That would suck. It's probably best to get a 2-axle low boy. I don't know. I'd probably, honestly, if I was going to get a low boy, I don't know if I want to put that out there now. I'd probably get a 3-axle stretch. That's what I would go with. Percentage isn't too bad. Need what? Oil? 2-axle 40-ton low boy. 3 trailers. Yeah, if you had all 3 trailers, then you'd always hit all the good markets. It's only money. You can always make more. Being flexible to the markets and seasons is definitely an advantage. Absolutely. Anybody got any questions? You may make a good YouTube channel. I don't know what you're talking about. What you're referring to, Wendy. I think everybody should start a YouTube channel, but that's my opinion. Step Dicks makes a lot of money too. Yeah, they can do all right. Horse trailer for the Kentucky Derby. You just need one of all of them. Don't throw dump trailers under the bus either. Honey Badger, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Is making $1,300 a day good for sitting in a parking lot with some frozen turkey goods, owner operator loaded over last 2 weeks hiding product? Yeah, $1,300 a day with no expenses. Well, no fuel expense, I should say, going out. Absolutely. Holy cow. Yeah, it's really good. Truck books. Okay. Man, I passed that one? I heard you took... You're hidden. Sorry. I don't deal with that. If you want to be funny in the comments, that's cool, but I don't need stuff like that. Atlas GPS for you on your phone, also for entry to pickups and deliveries. What can you net at Landstar after expenses? As much as you want. I know that's a BS answer, but I mean, it's true. Let me put it to you this way, because mine is different. I'm running different lanes. I'm doing different things every week, so I don't kind of necessarily do the same thing all the time. I've got a buddy that works 4 to 5 days a week that puts $2,500 to $3,000 in his bank account. That doesn't include taxes he's got to pay. That's the only expense that he has left after that. Put it to you that way. Truckbook has built-in GPS routing and Atlas like a map. Only thing the app is annoying. Will ask you for your phone number and you get random calls and messages. Yeah, that's not cool. How much money can you make with a YouTube channel? A lot. Night driving or day driving, which is better? I mean, depends. I used to be a night driver. Now I'm a day driver, so I can answer this question. Night driver, you're gonna put down more miles at night because just the roads are less clogged. I mean, it's pretty easy answer. But now I prefer day driving. I don't know why. That's just my thing. I've been doing open deck for a little over 3 years now, and I prefer day driving. I don't know, maybe just easier, less stress on the eyes, I guess. But yeah. Let's see here. How is it hauling towards East Coast for me? Anything good, or do I stay out west? Well, Aaron, man, I know this sounds crazy. I do not like being in the Houston area. I'm just not a fan. The best paying loads that come out of there are always to the Northwest. That's why you see me going out to the Northwest a lot. And, that's why I go that way. Going east is fine. The thing is, you just can't, you have to pay attention to what, if you're going from market to market, like if I'm going from southern market to a northern market, depends on the lane, but usually if you're changing markets, you're making less money. So that's why it's more beneficial for you to, rather than take a load all the way across the United States, to go like halfway and then go the rest of the way. You're always going to make more money. Let's say you're going to make $5,000, $6,000 taking a load from Cali all the way down to Florida. Sometimes, not always, but you might make more money running from Cali to Oklahoma, or I don't know, whatever the good lane. I don't even know what the lanes are, but then a lane from down to Florida. It's generally in your best interest to, run, not cross too many markets, put it that way. Let's see here. Hensley. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, Hensley? Like I said earlier that I was going to call you. Dude, my editing. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. 10 toes down, man. Appreciate that. How's it? Okay. Caught up with that. I'm timing out Sammy. Does Sammy need to be timed out? I will time him out. Told me how to booger earlier. I think on the other channel. Did I play college football? If so, where? No, unfortunately, I didn't. I blew out my knee in my senior year of high school. The very first scrimmage, the fifth play of the game. That destroyed all my D1 chances. Unfortunately, I was recruited D1 junior year, but destroyed all D1 chances. I was still offered full rides, but to smaller schools. And I didn't have the heart. I wanted to play for the bigger schools. So, and then freshman year, I blew out my ACL again. I've blown out my ACL 4 times. It's actually torn right now. It's been torn for 4 or 5 years. So, unfortunately, no, I didn't get to live my dream and play football in college. But, I would like to. I would have liked to. Does Landstar have flatbed step back Conestogas? I don't know if they have them for rent, Robert. But man, when a load pops up, it's a Conestoga load. I almost know that it's Conestoga load before I even click on it. I mean, the rates are ridiculous. I mean, I'm talking like I saw a $6 a mile load. 1,000 miles? It was like a 2-day load. I think it was like 1,000 miles. Conestoga. Let's see. A couple good loads from Landstar Ranger going out of Houston, going to Indiana. Yeah, I guess I should do a better job of getting in contact with the local brokers out of Houston, to be honest. Who's parking? Danny Herman. I probably don't have to watch him. Good advice, thanks. Appreciate that, Aaron. What's the last ticket I got? Oh, I got a ticket in. I actually got a ticket in a big trip. Going across Louisiana, going across I-12, all that construction. There were 4 construction zones that day, and the first 3 that I ran, the speed limit didn't change. And unfortunately, I just wasn't paying attention whenever I crossed in that 4th construction zone. And I got a ticket for doing 10 miles an hour over. And he got me. I got it dismissed, thankfully, but I don't know how long ago that was. I don't even remember how long ago that was. It was like in the last year. Are all flatbedders gay? It's just what I heard. No, just all step deck drivers, Hensley. Yes, they do have step decks for rent. Other than that, it's vans only. Yeah, but Paul, the question was, do they have Conestogas on those or not? What y'all talking about, Willis? TV, that's a cool name. Door stingers. Yeah, you door swingers. Anyway, it's gone on for quite a while. Do you guys have any more questions at all? This isn't Ask Me Anything, so you are welcome to ask me anything. I never did answer Sammy's question, how much can YouTubers make? It can potentially put a 401k to shame. How about that? Best company for noobs who is getting started in trucking. Depends. Christopher Vermack. Vermack? What do you want to do? Flatbed, driving, all that good stuff. For flatbed, I'm gonna say it's TMC. What's your favorite color? Blue. What's up, Jason? Are you or anyone in the chat familiar with TMC? If so, thoughts. I don't have personal experience with TMC there, Seth. Sorry, guys, my foot's falling asleep. I don't have any personal experience with them. Here's what I know. I know that their training program is really good. I know that you have the ability to run on percentage pay, which as an open deck guy, that's what you want to be doing. You don't want to rely on your mileage, because it may take you, especially in the beginning days, it may take you 6 to 8 hours, to tie down a load and tarp it. And I mean, my very first load, real quick, I'll tell you all about it. My very first load, I went to ATS for about 2 months. I'm not going to get into that story, but I was there for 2 months. And the very first flatbed load that I did was back in 2016. I ran some AC units out south of, north of, I would put it this way, north of Albert Lee. I think it's south of Minneapolis. Anyway, ran that, and they wanted it tarped. And then not only that, you had to like block off all the edges, and then it was what they provided. We'll put it to you this way. There were experienced guys there that knew what they were doing, and those guys were there for 6 hours. It took me 10 that day. 10. Now, the winds were blowing a consistent 30 to 40 miles an hour that day, too. So tarping was absolutely a nightmare. But here I am, still being a flatbed guy, so it couldn't have been that bad. My favorite YouTuber, Make Sense or the Hensley Show? well, man, I got to go with my boy Sammy, man. I mean, he's the guy that got me started on my YouTube channel. But man, as far as like my favorite drama channel, it is hands down the Hensley Show. Like, there's no question there. My YouTube is my 401k. Yeah. Probably already answered this, but I just got here. Swino vlogs these past 2 Sundays. Okay. So last Sunday I was editing. You're talking about on the new channel. I was editing that vlog, and in the middle of editing that vlog, my computer crashed. Basically, it really was my Premiere Pro crashed is what happened. And so I lost all progress on that. I was already 4 hours in on editing that new video, and I honestly didn't have enough time to re-edit that video. So that's why I didn't go up last week. This week, whenever I opened up my computer, I lost like my computer screen, like my home screen had icons literally all over it. There was like 4 spaces that were open. That was from different videos to my bumpers. I lost my bumpers to my my logo, the different formats of my logo. It wiped all of it. I don't even know what all I've lost, because I was so disheartened whenever I looked at that yesterday that I don't even know everything that I've lost on the computer. So unfortunately, that's why I decided to go live. I went live on the other channel. I went live on this channel. You can order these hats if you like. I'll touch on that real quick one more time. It's a limited supply of hats. Once these are no longer available, they will never be available again. So the only way that you can get a hold of these is you can email me, drivenTruckingHats@Yahoo. Let me know that you want one. I'll let you know how to pay for it. It's $25 if you're in the contiguous 48 of the United States. And if you're outside the United States, I'm going to have to look into shipping. But I am more than willing to do that for you guys. But once they're gone, they're gone. And I will never produce this hat again. It's never going to happen. So anyway, that's why I decided to do this, because I didn't have videos out. So it sucks, and I'm very, very upset about it. But it is what it is. So Yahoo, they got hacked. Yeah, I know. It's probably why their servers are so slow. Man, killing me. Is Make Sense going to start vlogging again? Well, Scott, Make sure you're subscribed, ring that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. TMC running their loads about 1.7 a mile regular. Really? $1.70? Good Lord, that's awful. Have I ever hauled honeybees? No, I have not hauled honeybees. Would I? No. You know why? I'm scared of bees. I got stung a lot as a kid, and I mean a lot. There was one instance, I opened a trailer. There was a door on the bottom of a trailer. I opened it, and there was huge hive. I'm talking huge, like 4 feet wide. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know how big it was. I got stung like 8 or 9 times on my back while I was running away. So I'm terrified of anything that flies and stings. So no, I won't be running bees. Although I've been around many of them. So if you're in a parking lot and there's one in that parking lot, like, trust me, you friggin' know. Been following since before I started CDO school. That's cool, Mike. Appreciate that. Trucker JC, hey, been watching. Try your channel before. Got my CDL. Love the outtakes. More interested in the story of the cop who pissed you off as you try to explain to him that I have a governor. If you, you know, what's funny is that story is by far the highest retention rate of any video that I've ever made. Like, it's not even close. When I first put that video out, the retention rate on that one was 12.5 minutes. And to put it in perspective for you guys, a good retention rate on YouTube is 6 minutes. So it's pretty funny. I'm surprised that one never went viral, but that was one hell of a story. Short version, a cop pulled me over in San Antonio. He almost hit me. He almost hit my trailer. He almost hit my truck twice, cut me off, cut another car off, cut back over to the third lane, and then proceeded to exit the interstate, all without using a turn signal. I was pissed. I gave him the big horn. He pulled me over. We literally yelled at each other for 3 or 4 hours, something like that. And I almost went to jail. Like, yeah, it's a really interesting story. It's a very true story. So, yeah, check it out if you want to laugh. What's up, man? Mr. Clemens Lawn Care. Any advice for hitting the truck with a trainer for a flatbed for 3 weeks with what to bring and maybe not to bring? Definitely bring plenty of underwear and socks. You're going to sweat a lot. Make sure you have a decent amount of gloves. You're going to burn through some gloves, probably not in 3 weeks. Maybe bring just bring a couple of pair. You can, if you have coveralls, I wouldn't run out and buy any, but that's something that's an easy fix to keeping yourself from getting dirty. Anybody that's not getting dirty, kind of learning flatbed, I mean, they're just throwing straps. They're not really doing flatbed work. If you're out there doing real flatbed work, throwing chains, tarping, stuff like that, like, you're just going to get dirty. Like, just know that, just understand that you're going to get dirty. Your clothes are going to get dirty, and keep that in perspective. So, you might need a little bit extra clothing versus what you would typically need in 3 weeks. But, man, other than that, it's, I wouldn't say, it's nothing special other than that. I don't know. If I'm missing anything, leave a comment. Does Landstar require specific step deck experience? No, they consider flatbed and step deck kind of the same thing. It's just open deck. I think they require 1 year of experience. At least that's what they like to see. And as far as, like, moving your way up through the ranks, like doing oversized stuff, yeah, definitely. They definitely require that experience. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, that's it. Clemens Lawn Care, I didn't know you're a fan on trucking. Yeah, stay tuned, man. Mr. Tim, if you know about Mr. Clemens, stay tuned to what he has going on. It's gonna be cool. Baby wipes. Yes. Good call there, Hensley. Baby wipes, huge. That's a very good thing to bring. Man, it's almost like you pulled a flatbed before, Hensley. Great stream. I should do this more often. I appreciate it, Robert. Man, it's just one of those things I'm thinking about on the new channel. I'm thinking about implementing that once a week. So, it's something I'm considering. I don't know. I'm not going to committing to it, but I do appreciate it. Absolutely, Christopher. No problem. Who gave the wrench to Sammy? I don't know. I was in a state of weakness. That's why I gave it to him. Why did I stop trucking videos or it's no more fun? I didn't stop G-Star. That's why I'm live right now. I've gone into the story a couple of times. Essentially, my computer crashed. I lost a lot of my footage, man. A lot of my work in Premiere Pro. So that's why things have slowed down lately. And then just to be honest about a lot of stuff going on outside of the truck. So whenever that happens, I'm a human, and unfortunately, is what it is. But let's see, damn straight, Trump is president. That's a fact. Trump is the president right now, and no, it's not over. Let's see here. What editing software do you use? I use Premiere Pro, Team Tiny. I use Premiere Pro. I do some After Effects as well, but it's like I'm not efficient in After Effects. Don't get me wrong. I know how to do some simple title stuff, some simple things. If I want to do something in After Effects, it's really special, and it takes me probably 3 hours to do a 15-minute project. So I don't use it very often, but Adobe Premiere Pro is what I use the most part. Sammy got the wrench because he drives a KW. Bring flip flops for showers. That's a good call. Let's see here. Why did I choose a flatbed? I like the work. I like being physical. I like not driving a lot, and it helps me to keep in shape. It's fun. It's fun looking at all these different loads that they're all kind of all over the place. They're different. It's different every single day. Whenever you're a door swinger, it's just kind of the same thing. Maybe balancing your trailer, getting your tandems right in the right spot. It's about the toughest thing that you deal with. But for open deck guys, it can possibly be different, every day or at least a lot of the time. So I enjoy that. I like that challenge. It's fun. I've watched Clemens Lawn Care for years. Ah, cool. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's a real good guy. For TNC info, ask Choice Moss. He's been there. Big Billy. Cool. Didn't know that. Have I done hot tubs for the orange? Dude, I got a load of hot tubs on right now. Yeah, I've done hot tubs quite a few times. Man, this freaking hot tub load here is fully tarped. I was so pissed. I booked the load. It was a load of hot tubs. It said tarped. Usually, all right, whatever. You just tarp the lids. No big deal. But no, man. When I got there, they wanted the whole freaking thing tarped. That sucked. So I was not happy about that. So if you're running, I forget the name of the spas or what they are, but it's out of Southern California, out of Chino, California. Man, you have to just forget that. Don't go there. It sucks. What's up, making cash? Tarps. You had to tarp yours too, man. I'll tell you what, if you're used to tarping spas, that's abnormal. Normally on spa loads, all you have to tarp are the lids. So just FYI. Hey, sometimes we have to move the fifth wheel to. Don't make it seem like y'all are doing a bunch of work. Don't even go there. I love door swingers. It's real fun trying to tarp a high load in a windstorm. Well, I didn't say it was all fun. Definitely more of a challenge. Definitely more of a challenge, Paul. Let's see. Oh, he's in motion graphics. Look at that. Cool. That's tough work right there. Yeah, Choice Moss got a lot of. I guess he's got info on TMC. So if you guys have questions about that, check out Choice Moss. It's Choice and then capital MAS. He's also got a lot of good securement stuff on his channel. He doesn't post as often as he used to, but he does still post every once in a while, and he's got a lot of videos up on his channel. So he's a good authority on tarping, securing, all that stuff. So, and he's a good guy, man. He's a really good guy. I like him. We never met, but heard a lot of good things about him. How did I get the speeding ticket dismissed? Money. Is physical strength important for trucking? I'm 6'2", 160 pounds. No, I wouldn't say so. It's really not even all that important for even flatbed stuff. Um, sometimes it can be a little taxing, but you can always get help. Getting their tarps up on top of stuff, that's what forklifts are for. I mean, there's plenty of, not strong people doing this job. If you're just refrigerated, I don't mean to make it sound just, if you're hauling a reefer or a drive-in, there's certainly no strength involved there. So it's getting dark and lot lizard will soon knock your door. I haven't had a lot lizard knock on my door in like 4 or 5 years. What trucking business has the most time off? I'm planning on the future, take a few weeks, not paid time off every year. If you're talking about a haul, Jamal, it's definitely going to be heavy haul, no doubt, because they make so much money on one load that they can just afford to stay home. And it's not even necessarily that they can afford to stay home. It's that there's just the loads are kind of few and far between. Now that being said, sometimes you get on projects where you're kind of responsible for a project until the project's completed, and at that point you're working until that project's done. And whether it's a 2-3 month project, 6 to 8 month project, you never know. But hands down, those guys have the most time off because they make the most money per load. They also have the most expenses per load too, so you got to keep that in mind. That's why I always say finances, finances, finances. See, state queen right there. She's out here flatbedding, work smarter, not harder. I agree with that, no matter what size you are. I used to do LTL. I like now just staying here. Is your stuff, take it off. So for now, it's nice. Hey, man, I get that, Uncle, Unc. Sometimes it is nice not having to do all that work. I will say that. Sometimes it is. Jeff, thank you. Not made it through your first year pulling. Oh man, I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you so much. I love hearing that. I'm just trying to put out some knowledge. Mike, what do you do to pass the time when stuck in the truck and don't move? Do you mess with online trading or reading up on stuff to put bows in the string of life? Yeah, man. I listen to audiobooks, try to better myself, try to better my mind. I put a lot of focus into this right here, into YouTube. I do a lot of research on YouTube, always have, always will. And, it's so this is where the majority of my time goes. It's a full-time job. When I probably realistically, I probably put more hours into YouTube than I do trucking every week. So imagine I have two full-time jobs. That's why sometimes it's difficult for me to even respond, whether it be email, Instagram, whatever. Like sometimes it's just tough. I can't always do it. So I hope you guys don't take that offensively. But, it is what it is. And especially kind of the longer I'm doing it, the bigger the audience gets, the more messages I get, the harder it is to keep up. So that's what I do. I do. Sometimes I do some light reading, but almost always I'm trying to further myself, further my education, further my brain. At the end of the day, they cannot take knowledge away from you. It's about the only thing they can't take away from you. Let's see here. Going with a Black Pete 567. Nice. TMC and Maverick are related companies. A boat hauling TMC driver said something about it one time. Huh. I didn't know that, Anthony. What are you going to cover with that? Let's see here. Anybody else? Clemens, you need to get out here and bust some rocks, man. Come on, we're waiting. Hammer Lane Legends podcast with the Markles. Be a great guest. I've actually never heard of that one. I don't think. Appreciate that, Mike. I'll have to check it out. Hammer Lane Legends. There's so much content out there. It's crazy. Hello, everyone from South Carolina. What's up, Teddy the Trucker? That's right. Knowledge is power. Absolutely. Did you ever fall asleep like 3 hours into your shift? No. I probably wouldn't be here right now if you're talking about driving. I tell you what I have done. I have crawled back there for my 30-minute break, taken a nap, and woken up like 2 hours later. It didn't mess me up on my delivery, but it certainly was not a good feeling waking up. How's the trucking life? That's pretty good. Oh, Anthony, I think you're asking somebody else. If you got podcast recommendations for truck drivers, let us know. I'm not a big podcast listener. Um, I think everybody listens to him, but Joe Rogan, love Joe Rogan. He's awesome. Um, I I listened to Logan Paul, and interestingly enough, I kind of thought Logan Paul was kind of a chump at first, but that was with zero research. That was totally an assumption, and that is not the case at all. He's actually very intelligent, and when it comes to YouTube, he knows what the hell he's talking about. He's not like the brightest guy in the world. You can tell that there's signs of intelligence there, though, and I enjoy his podcast sometimes. He's got some really good guests on there. So because his name, I mean, he's huge. He's a star. Other podcasts I listen to, I don't listen to trucking podcasts, to be honest. So unfortunately, I don't have any to recommend. What kind of cooking stove? I don't have one. I don't have a microwave. I don't have any of that. I used to carry a crock pot on here, which I still have. I do still use that sometimes, but I mainly use that for like a slow cooker. That's about the extent of everything. I think that's the easiest thing. Um, get an air fryer. My level of cooking knowledge is like nothing, and my time is almost next to nothing. So I don't have a lot of time to cook, unfortunately. I have to have something that just kind of throw in. Do I ever travel to racist town? A Mexican asking. That's an interesting question. I grew up South Texas. When I say South Texas, I say Houston area. I've heard a lot of stories of Jasper, Texas. I'd say avoid that one. But even in like nowadays, man, like I don't know. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't deal with that. So like it's something that I'm sorry. I don't think about it. I don't understand it either. Makes zero sense to me. We're not black, white, brown. We're friggin' human. So I wish I'd give you a better answer. I do know that Jasper, Texas is a racist town, but I mean, I'm sure not all of them are. Let's see. Any other questions? Any UK drivers out there like me? What was my best load? What do you mean by best? Um, I don't know. I don't know what do you specifically mean by best? What is my favorite state to drive through? Oregon. Oregon for sure. Oregon for sure. It's gorgeous, man. Just absolutely beautiful up there. There's so many pretty drives. 395. Just, I mean, even the friggin' interstates in Oregon are just gorgeous. So that's definitely my most favorite state to drive through. Definitely not Oklahoma City. Not the people. I just don't like it. Can't stand the rain. Just like the snow, but I hate the wind. Yeah. The wind is probably the worst for truck drivers. What brand of my tarps? Brand? I don't know. I got them from Lone Mountain Tarps over in Coleman, Alabama, which is kind of north of Huntsville. I got them over there. They've been good to me. They were custom. I repeatedly hear. I have never purchased tarps from here, but I repeatedly hear that Tri-State tarp. I think it's Tri-State or Tri-City. I don't remember which, but they are like the go-to for everybody for tarps. So, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Probably running one load out, one load back, every week, either every week or every other week, and probably having a bit more focus on YouTube, to be honest. That's what I see myself in 5 years. Asking again, since I'm Mexican, if I would travel to Jasper, Texas, should I wear a white hoodie? Now you're just trolling. Gil Garcia, slow down, increase following distance, give yourself plenty of room for stopping. It sounds like a good answer. I didn't see his question though. Just bought a truck. Now I'm wanting to go flatbed. How do I get there? I have 5 years door swinging experience. Making cash. You can go to Mercer. I know that Mercer, they take on drivers that, you just, to get into Mercer, you need 1 year experience, and they have a training program that they put you through. Um, so they will take you on. I do not think you can get straight into the flatbed department at Landstar. I would call, I would ask, I would confirm that because I don't know. But Mercer, you definitely can. I know that for a fact. I'm not trying to recruit for anybody. But do I think it's a good idea to work for a company that will pay for your license? Depends on your situation, RA. Like myself, I did that journey. That's the way that I started. That's the way that I went through this, and I came out fine. It also depends on your bills, like what you have. You need to keep in mind, if they're providing that service for you, if they're giving you the opportunity to get into this industry and they're paying for your CDL, you can expect that kind of short pay in return. You're just not going to make as much money as if you're able to get your CDL. So that's something to just kind of keep in mind. Is it a good route? It can be, if for the right person, because everybody's situation is different. So for me, I didn't have, like I said, didn't have money, and it worked for me. So I don't recommend it to everybody, but you know, Landstar, I believe, is previous 2 years experience. See, I don't even know. See, I think Clemens. I think that it's. I also think that it has something to do with the actual flatbed experience too, but I'm not 100% sure. John knows 35-mile-per-hour winds last few days. Man, it's worse than black ice. Yeah, it's been really bad. I drove across New Mexico, and whew, it was bad. Do you think it's a good idea to work for? Oh, gotcha. Already saw that one. What the hell makes you tick? I don't even know. I don't even know what makes me tick, man. I can't even answer that question because I haven't figured it out yet. My birthday's tomorrow, and just another year better. And I don't know, man. What makes me tick? That's a damn good question, though. With Landstar, I didn't even think of that. I'll call Mercer though. Yes, sir. Oh, hey, wait, making cash. If you're already with Landstar, they have you're already here. Just ask them to go through the training, the flatbed securement class. Just call up your, oh man, I forget the name. BCO advisor? Yeah, call up your BCO advisor and ask them about what you need to get into the securement class. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Landstar, and I don't mean any offense to this whatsoever. Okay, so don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to hurt feelings. It's just my opinion. I think Landstar is better than Mercer. Thank you, Adam. I went to college from a CDL, so I don't like the company. I can leave my opinion and drive for 13 years. Cool. For all the bad reviews, it's a free ticket in the industry. Yep, that's right. What's my favorite part of trucking and least part? Least favorite. Man, my favorite part of trucking is just being out on the road. Having that sense of freedom, that's just enjoying being out on the road, man. I don't sit in a desk every day. It drives me nuts. I tried. I was even good at it. I sold cars for a while. I was very good at it. Hated it. Hated myself. Hated my situation. I love the freedom. Um, just love being out here. Love seeing the country. Love traveling. My least favorite part, hands down, leaving my kids. Kills me. Breaks my heart. Uh, and that's something to consider too. Something you've got to consider. So hopefully you don't have to deal with that, but that's definitely, is 42 cents a mile good pay? It depends on the mileage that you're getting, to be honest. It's not the greatest of pay. If they're providing your CDL for you and you're getting 2,500 miles plus a week, which I doubt, it's not bad. It's not, I will say that it's for a starter company that is paying for your CDL. It's not bad. Happy birthday. Appreciate it. How often do I pick up a lizard? Never. Winter driving, any tips, please? Slow down. Slow down. Um, just do not drive too fast for the conditions. I have one of the most popular videos I put up on this channel is a time when I almost got into a wreck, and I was winter driving. I was up in Wyoming. It was a nasty, nasty, like it was like the perfect storm kind of came together, and the fog picked up. I was rolling downhill, ice hit, and unfortunately, the guy at the bottom of the hill did not have his hazards on, so I had no warning whatsoever. Just thought he was just moving, and it was almost too late. It was almost too late. I did have to actually go off the road. You can check that video out. It's, I don't know, 128,000 views, something like that. Crazy. Oh man, I was like sick to my stomach. But man, just slow down. Slow down. If you feel like you can't proceed, get off the road. It's that simple. You are the captain of your ship. Understand that. That truck doesn't have to move. They cannot force you to move. They cannot tell you that you have to drive that truck. If you do not feel comfortable, don't. Now, don't hop off. Don't get off the interstate if it's just snowing. If it's just snowing, it's okay. When it's ice is the problem, and you'll see it. If the ice, you'll see out in front of you, the road gets like this glaze over it. You'll know that it's ice. If there's ice building up on the back of your mirrors, you'll know that it's icy. If now this one doesn't always work, but it is an indicator. If you're going along and the spray from the tires stops coming up, it's probably ice. So that's some tips. What else? You can put alcohol and dishwashing detergent into your windshield wiper fluid, and that'll help your windshield get you through. That'll help you get you through the heavy snow and stuff like that. It'll keep a lot of that off. What the alcohol does, the rubbing alcohol, I think it's at least 90%. Man, I don't remember. I think it's at least 90% rubbing alcohol. That'll keep it from freezing, and then the actual Dawn soap in there will actually clean off your windshield because it's pain in the ass. So that's some tips for winter driving. I've got a couple videos, I think, on winter driving stuff. Ice on windshield, ice on road, absolutely. I remember that winter story. Yeah. Weren't the cops trying to make you back in a row? Yeah. And I freaking told that guy, I can't make it up that ramp. He didn't care. It was Swift. It was Swift, actually. Does Dave in Arizona sound familiar? Dave in Arizona. I don't know why, but it does. It does. I don't know why, though. What is the biggest breakdown I've had in my truck? I'm dealing with it right freaking now, actually. I have a wire that is exposed, and it's grounding out. It's in my sensor 4 supply. And when it grounds out, I lose all power to my fuel pedal, my accelerator pedal. So it's not necessarily a breakdown, but the other day it had me stuck in the parking lot, and that sucked. What's up, Mr. Leak? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Honestly, I don't break down that much. I had the fuel separator on the water separator. I had the O-ring in the very back. I just had that replaced, and on the very back, it was actually poking out, and so it was sucking air. That shut down my truck in the middle of the friggin' road, and I'm not mechanically savvy enough to actually replace it. Now I know what the problem is. It happened to me not that long ago, a couple months ago. I was able to actually fix it. I swung back in that truck stop, told them, y'all need to fix this now. And they did, thankfully. And it was cool. Like, it's once you get the experience of something, whenever you break down, you experience that problem, you just make sure that you sock it away. You remember what are the symptoms that you went through, and that may help you out in the future. It helped me out, certainly. But honestly, I really don't break down that much, just to be honest. Lucky, right? Great truck. By the way, might be for sale soon. Never know. Just putting that out there. Dave's not here. Skip that one. How do I make the determination whether conditions call for slowing down or just shutting down completely? You know, J Dog, it's completely on you, man. It's that's going to be experience based, and the unfortunately the only way to determine that, the only way is just experience. In my opinion, if it's bad enough to chain up, you probably shouldn't be driving out there. They cannot make you. So, it I'd say that's a pretty good indication. You probably just need to shut it down. But there are a lot of guys out there that are like, I gotta they throw chains freaking twice a week during the winter, maybe three times. So, it's literally just experience. But how much? Asking for, let's see. Probably not best to talk about issues with the truck and try to sell it. Well, I mean, it is what it is, man. No matter if you're buying a used truck, it's not like buying a used car, from the lot. You're gonna have problems. I'd say that's the number one thing that you should buy. If you go to buy a truck and somebody's like, "Oh, it's pristine, there ain't nothing wrong with that thing," you better run. You better run because there's always going to be problems with it. It just is what it is. I could tell you exactly what's wrong with this thing, and people. It's going to give people a better idea of what they need, like what they're going to be looking at, how much they're going to be looking at in the future. Like I think that's a huge benefit. But yeah, I mean, sure. Should I? Is it the right thing for me to do monetarily for me to tell you what the problems are with the truck? No, no, it's not. But I believe in the right thing. So. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's just not in me, man. It's just not in me. What type of trucks do I drive? What do you mean type? I drive sleeper cabs. That's it. And I mean, I own this truck, so this is the only truck that I drive. So, no problem, J Dog. That is funny though, Rick. That does make me laugh. Landstar doesn't own any trucks. Yeah, that's right. Everybody at Landstar is an owner operator or works for an owner operator. One of the things. G Star put out a tip. Always check the other trailer tires. Don't splash water or wet. Yeah, that's exactly. Landstars wouldn't want to lose that many drivers. What would you do if Landstar asked you to go automatic? I don't think Landstar is in any danger of doing that. Man, we still have guys over here running friggin' 96s and early 90 trucks. So if you know what that means, we're not in any danger of going automatic over here. Would I buy more trucks and hire drivers? Gil, that kind of depends on the administration that's in office right now. Or I shouldn't say that. That depends on which administration is going to be in office coming up and what they decide to do. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. Man, I'd be rich. Freightliner, Peterbilt. Oh, I drive a Kenworth. T660. Noah Sudden, I know you have his T660, but do you know anything about the T6 and should I avoid it? Man, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the T6. It's more, these trucks are more about engines really than anything. And it really depends on what engine is in those trucks is going to be the biggest determining factor of whether or not it's a good truck or not. I mean, International makes a good truck. Like if you discount the engine, they make a decent truck. Is it a Peterbilt or a Kenworth? No. Is it like as luxury as the Volvos? No. But still, like the actual shell and things, there's only so much that you could do. So. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks, J Dog. Guys want to learn trucking. Wait, a guy wants to learn trucking drive non-CDL hotshot cheaper to get into. I mean, what's his name? Toe Piglet. I think he's non-CDL, right? He's a good guy. He's a good guy to go look at, but this isn't really the channel for that. But Toe Piglet's a good guy. Avoid CR England like you would COVID-19. 100% agree with that. Looking at a local fleet with C13 10 speed. I mean, I don't know much about the C13s. I know I've done a lot of Caterpillar. I did a lot of Caterpillar research. Adept Ape. Adept Ape is on YouTube. That's his channel name, Adept Ape. He is the man when it comes to Caterpillar engines. He is a cat mechanic himself, and he will give you you know, he's got so many good videos over there. So that's your guy. You want to know about cats? That's your guy. Would I ever buy Cascadia DD15? If no, why not? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I would. Excuse me. If my goal out here was to operate as cheaply as possible, okay, as 100% cheaply as possible, then I would consider buying a used one. Not a chance on this God's green earth would I buy a new one. If I bought a newer type vehicle, I would only buy Kenworth or Peterbilt. They're made better. There's just no way around that. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Detroits. I know a lot of people are. I'm not a fan of Detroit engines. They're usually more difficult to work on, and that's because they're put. And I'm like, I don't mean any offense to anybody, but they're when I say this, just keep in mind, like they're put together more cheaply. So I don't mean that like it's cheap. I mean that they just look at the cost of what it takes to put these engines together, and they put it together as efficiently or cheaply as they can. Cummins are a hell of a lot easier to work on. You know, that being said, though, I mean, I know a lot of guys that are like diehard Detroit. Would I buy Freightliner Cascadia? Probably not. If my business plan was to buy one truck, run it into the ground, like literally just run the wheels off of it, keep it for as absolute long as possible, not care about comfort, not care about, resale value. Sure, that's what I would go with. But man, that's not my style. This Kenworth, this Anteater hood is about as far from a hood truck as I want to be, but I like a little bit more stylish truck. I just like the looks. So looks for me is a factor. It shouldn't be from a business bottom line. I'll tell you that though. Since I'm at Landstar, would I recommend their BCO program they have? I don't know much about that BCO program, David. I think everybody's a BCO, so I don't know much about the other stuff, but I mean, technically I'm a BCO, so I don't really know. Rod's Collection on YouTube is your Cummins man. Yep, that's right. That's why I bought it. And man, he's the reason I bought a Cummins. I'm 39 years old tomorrow, actually. Wyatt, like your positive vibe videos. Hey, appreciate that, Eduardo. Laredo, you're not too far from my hometown. Never own more trucks than you can drive yourself. That is not a bad motto to live by there. Have I made a video on how to check a truck from Lone Mountain to be sure it's in good shape? Glenn, no. I mean, not specifically like that exact title. I've gone over some things that you should look at. When buying a truck, I've made a few videos about that. I think it's just kind of intermingled with my other videos, or I should say it's that all of that information is in the videos that I have specifically talking about buying trucks. And, buying a truck from Lone Mountain is no different than buying a truck from any other dealer out there. If they're not going to give you access to do an oil sample, tell them to take that truck and shove it. They can't guarantee you that the truck is still going to be there by the time you get that oil analysis done, but at the same time, like, it's not worth it. I can't remember. It's been so long since I bought my truck. It's been 3 years, but there's like kind of like a Carfax for trucks out there. I forget what it's called. You can look up, see if it's been in a wreck. You need to do that. Oil analysis, you need to do that. You need to take it to a mechanic. You need to have them look it over. And yeah, all this stuff's going to cost you money, but in the end, like, that's your business. So if you can't afford to do all of these things while looking for trucks, and just keep in mind, you may have to do this for 4, 5, 6 different trucks. Just is what it is. But if you can't afford to do that before purchasing a truck, then I would say save up the money in order to be able to do those things. That way you can buy the right truck, the good truck. That way you're not hammered with bill after bill after bill after bill. Yeah, dyno is also something else that's good to do. And actually, most of the lawn mountain dealers are very, very close to a shop that has a dynamometer, so you'll be able to get that dyno pretty easily. Definitely the one in Dallas. There's one close by, and I think the one in Atlanta, I think has one. I don't remember. Been a while. Rig Dig, that's what it is. Rig Dig. I throw on. Will you still be on in 45? I will not out here for a while. Shooting it, answer some questions. So, so do I like WWE wrestling? I did back. I'm back, but I'm back, man. The Hulk Hogan days, the Macho Man Randy Savage days, the Ultimate Warrior, Bam Bam Bigelow. What that was WWF. I don't watch it as much anymore. See you later, making cash. I don't watch it as much anymore just because I just when I found out that it was scripted, I was crushed, man. I was crushed. So I can't get into it anymore. I'm not like a huge drama guy. So I can't get into that stuff as much, but is what it is. How are the rates of 2020? They've been really good, JD 87. Depending on I like the attitude. Oh man, Steve Austin, Stone Cold. He's the man. It depends on what trailer you're talking about in 2020, actually. Everybody's done well in 2020. We had that stint, of course, where basically everything was shut down. That was scary. We didn't know how that was going to go on. But for the most part, the rates have been good. I think reefer and drive-in are seeing like record highs for like, God, I don't remember. I think like last week, I think I saw that drive-in hit an average that they haven't seen since like 2008. So, I think that everybody's been doing really well. Flatbed kind of sucks this year, is what it is. Everyone needs to be a semi truck family and friends with 18 wheelers family. I agree, Trevor. Let's see here. People need to drive use a driver license ID and blow up their car. That's funny. Anybody else? Anybody else? I think we're running to the end of CAT stands for can't afford that. They are very expensive, unfortunately. Thank you for putting out. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks, Don the Trucker. Landstar, yes, Landstar does require hazmat. I'm sorry I missed that question. Kind of a shout out, please, and thank you, Wyatt Pombler. Wait, Pombier, Pombier. I'm sure I got it right one of those times. Anyway, Wyatt, what's up? There's a shout out, man. I'm in IT with a decent job, getting sick of the office work, love driving, and been interested in trucking. Would I suggest holding off on job change if the Biden officially wins? Well, the thing is, Adam, the first place you're going to wind up going is being a company driver. I don't recommend anybody jumping into this straight into being an owner operator. I think Justin or Just Dragon, I think he did it that way, but he is certainly the anomaly by far. The thing is, we're always going to need truck drivers, always. And I don't care what anybody says, as far as full, complete autonomy, okay? Autonomous trucks, we're a long ways away from that. And so, it's one of those things that you're going to see coming. It's not something that's going to pop up overnight. It's impossible. There's too much infrastructure to actually put into place to be able to do something like that. So, are you good with that? Yeah, and I believe IT would be, kind of an area of work that you'd be able to go back to after, like, let's say a year. Let's say you figure out that it's not for you. Am I right in that assumption? I would think so. But I'd say you're fine. As far as like company guys, as far as any of us owner operators go, though, if like Joe Biden gets in office, God help us. God help us. Is the X15 any good? I don't know what engine you have, but I always see the X15 on the side of the road. Noah, when I looked into X15s, when was this? Was this earlier in the year? No, this is last year. The X15 engine is historically, since it had been out, and this is last year. It is the engine it is literally the most reliable engine that's ever been made in a semi truck. As far as the parts parts per failing per 1,000 units, which is how like all vehicle companies, how all engine companies, it's how they rate everything. As far as the parts per fail per 1,000 on that X15, it has the lowest percentage number out of everything. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems to me like it's literally the most reliable engine ever. But I don't know. Do I like Michigan? I like Michigan. I like going up there. I like driving up there. People are all right. You know, I don't have a problem with Michigan. What are my thoughts on brokers? Not a fan. They're not all bad. You know, it's you know, at the end of the day, they're trying to make as much money, just like we're trying to make as much money as we can. Um, I'm not necessarily for regulation because I'm not for regulation on the trucking side of things either. It hurts, you know, it hurts owner operators in the long run. Hurts the owner operators that are doing things right. So, you know, I think brokers are kind of a necessary evil. You know, I don't mean to speak like ill of any of them, but I think that in the future, as we get more technologically advanced, I think that's probably that's probably a position that's going to be phased out at some point. So, you know, how long are we or how far away are we from that? I don't know. We already have the infrastructure in place to kind of bypass them. They're really unnecessary. But you know, it's one of those things. I mean, they're humans too, and they need jobs, and there are a lot of good ones out there that, you know, if you've run across a bad one, that's the beautiful thing about this. You just don't have to deal with them anymore. So, what games do I like? Man, Wyatt, I'm so busy with YouTube and trucking, I don't play games anymore. The last game that I played was probably Fallout 4, God of War. I'm a huge Bethesda fan, so I like, you know, I like all the Fallouts. I like all the Elder Scrolls games. If you can't tell, like I like, you know, I like first person kind of RPGs. I played World of Warcraft, and then way back in the day, uh, you know, I played a lot of football games. I mean, all the Maddens and stuff like that. So, Dixie, you're way too late, man. You can get out of here. You're not first on any of my. I must be noticing them more here at Prime. We use the PACCAR instead. I've never understood why. They say they had too much downtime. You know, I don't know why. I know that that PACCAR motor is nowhere near as reliable as that X15. I think that they're just telling you that. The PACCAR motor is $10,000 less. Like that's sticker price, $10,000 less than any of the ones that come with the X15. So I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I just think that they got a better purchase rate on the ones with the PACCARs, personally. Michigan Midwest open deck freight is great. Absolutely. Would I buy a pre-emission truck and rebuild it? Hell yeah, Tim. Let's see. Hans Google. Hey, what's up, man? Have a fridge, microwave, inverter, and bio. That's a good tip right there. Don't trust Elon's car driving themselves. A big truck, hell no. Yeah, Cole, we're a long ways away from that. Anybody that says otherwise is just they're no offense, they're ignorant. What's funny is that the ones that are actually like intelligent people that are like diehard, oh, we're gonna see it soon. Those are the most ignorant people. It's hilarious. 40 years old and going on OTR for the first time. Any advice? Oh, Jeremiah. I mean, just learn from your trainer, man. You know, that's the big thing. Just learn everything that you can. And, you know, like this isn't rocket science out here. It's just there's a lot of little things to do that you should do every single day. Like those guys that skip pre-trips, that don't check tires every single day. Those are the ones that you see on the side of the road, you know? So, you know, do all the little things right out here and the truck and trucking. It'll take care of you and it'll treat you right. Let's see. No Taranuka. Is it difficult for new drivers to get jobs? I'm going to trucking school in 2 weeks and paranoid about learning in such a short time. You're still like, no matter what you do, even if you get your CDL, like you're still kind of restricted to the companies that are going to take you on. Typically going to be larger companies. That's why some of the smaller companies, they're the best ones to hire onto, but they're the hardest to find as well. You're still going to have to go to a company that will accept people without experience. And the good thing is, like, if you go to a Swift and you don't like it, well, if they pay for your CDL, you're stuck for however long it takes to, whatever the contract is set up for. Versus if, they're just kind of screwing you over, well, you can go to Prime, or, you can go wherever. I've heard a lot of good things about Prime. I don't know per se. I never drove there, but a lot of people that I respect their opinion has said that Prime is actually pretty decent. So let's see. Dixie May, I heard you went to RV transporting. I don't know. Dixie's got a YouTube channel. I'm 38 and thinking of making the switch to OTRs. Well, it's not bad. I enjoy it. Heard Dixie May. Oh boy. See, now the class clown's in here, Dixie. Everything's going sideways. I would rather come out as gay to my religious in-laws than get a Tesla. That's kind of funny. What made me want to be a YouTuber? Man, I enjoy the creation process. I enjoy creating something out of nothing. That's just fun for me. I have a creative outlet, and I like being on camera. I like helping people, even if that helping is just killing their time. So that's why I became a YouTuber, and it's great. This is a great profession to be a YouTuber in. Our scenery changes daily, and there's kind of never a dull moment, even though like sometimes it seems like our day is kind of mundane. Putting it out there on the road or putting it out there in the world for everybody to see is interesting. So yeah, most people don't put up videos, man. I don't know why. Wyatt. It's a grind. It's a long, long, long grind. It takes a long time to kind of be successful here. Sure, there's a lot of people that get overnight success. That's very, very rare. Very rare. Anyway, oh, we've been on here for quite a while. Yeah, I know, Bill. I'm actually still here. Pretty crazy, huh? I'm never on for this long. My throat's actually getting dry. Trevor, if you ever need me or want to stay in touch, you can always friend me on Facebook. I appreciate that, Trevor. I'm actually not on Facebook, man. I got to tell you, Trevor. In the trucking world, calling somebody good buddy, that's a derogatory term, man. I don't take offense to it. I don't care, but just letting you know. You call somebody good buddy over the CB, that's like fighting words, man. That's all good. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say I'm not on Facebook anymore, so sorry. I deleted my account, actually. I don't like Facebook. Later, Mr. Helms. Let's see what I think about those Cat 3406Es. I don't. What's 2WS? Double twin screws? Is that what you're saying? That's actually that's probably the best. Oh, the giveaway. Dang it, man. I forgot all about it. The 3406E is one of the best engines ever made. So it's hard to dispute that. The giveaway. I'm going to have to do the giveaway. I've completely forgot all about it. So I'm going to have to try. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. I can't get anybody to respond to me. I have messaged quite a few people actually, and I went through the first three and then went through another three. Toro reached out to some people and nobody's willing to respond back to win some glasses. So I tell you what, let's do it this way. driven-trucking@yahoo.com. The first three people to email me and say that they want the glasses, you win. How about that? And okay, so Hans, the hat. I went over this a little bit earlier, but we can do it again. So this hat is only going to be made in limited supply. I'm not, once this hat is sold out, I'm never making any more. So I'm kind of doing that as like a thank you to the guys to the guys and gals that were here from the beginning. So it's going to be a special hat. It will never be made in these colors again. I'm looking for a company to kind of mass produce, but I haven't really found a good one yet. This is an embroidered hat. It's 25 bucks. And in order to buy a hat, what I need you to do is email me. Email me at, it's a special email. It's Driven Trucking Hats. That's hats is plural. Driven Trucking Hats. And that's at Yahoo. Email me there. Tell me how many you want. It's limited to 2. You cannot buy more than 2. And yeah, I'll let you know how to pay for it at that point. Probably going to be using PayPal, I'm sure, because they're reputable. So that's for the hat. If anybody wants a hat, got to email me over there. Keep in mind, once these go off sale, once they are no longer available, you'll never be able to buy it again. And this is, this is obviously the first edition Driven Trucking hat. Expect, you don't have to have Yahoo, Bill. Quit trolling. That's just my email address. Whenever these are done, what was I saying? You threw me off, Bill. Threw me off the game. I forget what I was saying. Oh, delivery, 4 to 6 weeks. Expect a 4 to 6 weeks delivery because I'm having them made at a physical facility. I have to go there, have to get them, and then I have to, get them back to the house, and then I got to ship them out. So I think we have 2 that have emailed me for the sunglasses. I'm not sure. It's either 2 or 3. So, PayPal will save you on shipping. Yeah, but I mean, I still have to ship them out personally, unfortunately. And I'm not going to be using any kind of like overnight or 2-day or anything like that because obviously at that price, it's not like there's a ton of profit there. So it's just the way that it is. If you're okay, and by the way, the 25 bucks, that's for the people that are in the contiguous 48 states. I am happy to ship, overseas or Canada, Mexico, wherever. It doesn't matter. I don't care where. I ship anywhere in the world. I just have to double check to see what that kind of shipping is. And unfortunately, I do have to pass that cost along. So not looking to make any money off of shipping. So whatever I can ship it for is what I will just let you know that the price is. So anyway, that's the way. Send me the email, driventruckinghats@yahoo.com. You can email me from anywhere, Bill, and let me know how many you would like. And, well, 1 or 2, I guess. That's it. I don't have to still messing with me. But yeah, so that's how you get a hat. I accidentally said hat instead of glasses because I started talking about that. All right, Adam, I'll keep that in mind. Put that hat on. Oh, man. What, is my bald head like blinding the camera? Light reflects off of it. So Yahoo is so 90s. I know. I don't even know why I started using Yahoo. Gmail pissed me off for some reason. I just started making Yahoo accounts, and now whenever I make new ones, I just continue the trend because Driven Trucking is it started as a Yahoo account. So if I'm going to make anything else, just keep it consistent, make my life easy. I just continue to use Yahoo. No, Bill, I don't use anything. I don't use Gmail for anything. I use it personally, but I don't use it for anything business related. Business related is all Yahoo. Thanks for doing this Q&A. It helped me a lot. Yeah, absolutely, Adam. I put a lot of videos out there. I do the best that I can, but a lot of times there's a lot of golden information down in the comments too. Of course, we encourage you to, leave a comment. It helps with engagement. It helps get the video out. If you like the YouTuber, or they provide you any kind of content, highly encourage everybody for every YouTuber out there, hit the like button, leave a comment, and to share the videos in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether even if it's just like you're texting it to a friend, the best thing that you can do is actually put it on like a big Facebook page. I'm not saying you have to do that, especially like it's not going to do any good live stream, in my opinion. But if you like the YouTuber that you're watching, I recommend that you do that for everybody. And if you start watching a video, if you like that person, watch all the way to the end. Like that's actually probably the biggest thing, the biggest way that you can help that person or that YouTuber is watching it literally all the way to the end. Even if that means just setting the phone down and letting it play once you click on it. But yeah, that's like the biggest help that you can do for a YouTuber. Calvin says, "How's that step deck working? I got lost in the loop a few months ago. I haven't paid." It's doing all right, man. It's interesting because it seems like the volume's down a little bit, but the rates aren't really down. I mean, of course it's good. I'm over here at Landstar now. So, it's of course, it's always going to be good over here. It's always going to be good with all the people that have, their own freight. I've been doing good, man. I don't sit. I only sit if I want to sit, and no complaints. Been making good money, good rates. I mean, I'm not killing it on the rates by any stretch of the imagination. And that's just the market, but it's still doing good. Rates will be down when Amazon kicks all those owner operators. It's possible. Amazon likes to ruffle industries. I like maintenance driven trucking. Best good info. Thanks, Hans. Appreciate that, man. I started a playlist of the people I like and let it run all night while I sleep. Well, you're awesome, Adam. That is awesome. Jake, you're awesome. You and Happiness by Mile inspired me to be a truck driver. Thanks for keeping the country moving. Hey, Jake, man, greatly appreciate that, man. You're awesome. Don't skip, hit the playlist and let it play through. Yeah. How's that? Okay. All right. Well, we've reached, I think, the end. What's the story on the name Driven Trucking? It's just play on words. I wanted to have something that was, kind of interesting, and I like I'm a driven person, and it just kind of makes sense. Almost, it's not like what is it, double entendre, but almost, driven, driving, trucking, so nothing other than that. Just sounded good, had a good ring to it, and I'm a driven guy, and driven trucking just sounded good. So, driven trucking kind of stuck, and now people just call me driven. So, what's the best food I've ever had at a truck stop? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you a story about not the best food that I've ever had. I'll tell you about the best food I've ever heard of, and that was actually Sammy recently stopped at. He stopped at the TA over there on 75. And dang it, I forget which one. But anyway, you probably know which one it is. It's like the number one rated TA in the nation. They sell T-bones for like $6. Now, I'm not about eating a $6 steak. Like, that's scary. But apparently, Sammy said that that's like the best steak he's ever had. So I don't know. But it's the TA over on 75, over in Ohio. I don't really, like I said, don't remember where, but it's a mom and pop owned TA, and they sell like a $6 T-bone. So it's pretty interesting, right? What's up, Mr. Sean? Trucker Style Sean in the house. What's going on? Could I say one more time how to get the specialized hood ornament? Rick, so to get that emblem, it's on Amazon. I don't know if there's a link in this description. There'll be a link in any of like one of my newer videos on either channel. You can click on that. It'll take you directly to Amazon. It'll take you directly to that. Once you're there, though, like, obviously you need to get in contact with these guys, because I'm sure you guys don't want a driven trucking emblem on your truck. I think there's a button where you can like ask them any kind of question, because I don't think they have an email address. Like, there's no way to get in contact with them other than going through Amazon. So I think that that's the best way to do that, is kind of click that ask question button, and just shoot them over a question and see what they say. So, but yeah, they're an Amazon-based company. They don't do business any other way. He owns all his own equipment. I do. Who dispatches what? Do I like tacos? Heck yeah, I like tacos. And somebody else, I love clam chowder. I think you should get your own trailer and buy Landstar. Oh, Trucker for Life. I do have my own trailer. Yeah, I own the truck. I own the trailer. I do not have a dispatcher. I do everything essentially except have my own authority, basically. Let's see here. Why the heck drive for those suckers? Because they have really good customers, man. It's way better in the spot market. Denny's got rid of all their hurl-worthy smelling carpet. Oh, man. I like their the spicy skillet from Denny's. That's good eating right there. all those Landstar. Yeah, that's true. Trucker for life. A lot of them do. So it is what it is. You got to take the good with the bad. I'm not saying it's a perfect company, but I certainly enjoy it. Baby Zoe, what's up? I'm just hanging out, man. Hanging out in Oklahoma, answering some questions. Did you have a hot shot flatbed? Cool. My fleet manager has never driven a truck in his whole life. That's scary. Darn near impossible for our new authority to run flatbed. I don't know, Rick. I don't know. Yes, I have two children, and I have a wife at home. Yes, sir, I do. I know I haven't. I don't. I pretty much keep. Oh, I can answer that one, Cole. Worst truck I drove in my career. I can definitely answer that one. Um, I kind of keep my private life or my personal life private. I don't talk about them very much. That's the way that we decided to handle that. And so, that's why you guys don't see them. I just don't feel like, my kids, they don't. My son loves YouTube, and I mean loves YouTube. My daughter's probably not quite old enough. She just turned 2, so she doesn't necessarily understand it yet. But I don't feel, and to each their own. I'm not saying this is right or wrong or anything like that. But me personally, my children, they don't understand being put on YouTube. They don't understand that they can't make that discretionary or the proper decision whether or not they would want to be on YouTube. So since they can't answer me, one way or another, I keep them off of it. So, and maybe one day, whenever they can fully grasp, they can grasp what it means, what that question actually means. Do you want to be on YouTube? Maybe I'll put them on there at that point. But yeah. So anyway, bye. Tomorrow's school. It's got to go to bed later, Bill. That's just my thing. That's not for everybody. It's teach their own. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I may put their voices in some of the videos over on the vlog, though. I have been thinking about that lately. Not against that at all. My kids watch all my videos, especially my daughter. Yeah, exactly, Sean. They watch. They're so young. Like they don't. They don't necessarily like. They understand, like, oh, daddy's on YouTube. Like they'll watch it as long as a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, have that have the attention to watch it. They do. They love watching me, but it's one of those things. One of those things. If you go into truck school, make sure you test out a manual, not auto. I would agree. I know not everybody has that. Like, not everybody gets that choice, but if you have the ability, I would. Feel like I wouldn't feel bad about being a truck driver because I wouldn't get a wife or kids. Yeah, it's easier being single for sure. On subject of the hood ornament, a place I found on Facebook called Roll Coal, ROLLCOLL, does that custom stuff. Pretty good stuff. That's cool, Paul. I'll check them out. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't. Like I said, they probably will never make an appearance. Their faces on YouTube, but maybe their voices. I have been thinking about that lately. Yeah, man, fam's doing good, Sean. Man, we just celebrated my daughter's birthday, so doing pretty good, man. Hanging in there. Am I making it home a little bit more than I was. Not as much as I would like to be, but working on it. So, do I remember when RBT brought his daughter with him on a road trip, and then all. I do remember that very much, very much. Yeah, it was. It was a shit show, wasn't it? Roll Cool. Okay, got it. Roll Cool is the name of the guys on Facebook that do a lot of custom work. So that's cool. 48 State Queen, you emailed. Cool, thanks. All right, I think that's it. I mean, you guys have any more questions? I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out, having a good time. I'm not editing tonight, so I'm willing to hang out here longer as long as you guys are willing to listen. That's cool. You got any more questions? This is the Ask Me Anything part of the show. They don't come along very often, but yeah. Please don't, because please and thank you. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. What? So where are you right now? Oh, I'm in Oklahoma, Jake. Oklahoma, I'm on 40. I don't know. I'm at a Love's that has a Sonic. Stopped here to eat. I like Sonic. Don't see it very often. It's not like we get a lot of access to it out here on the road. So I stopped. I wound up shutting it down. And I'm hauling spas, a load of spas that I had to fully tart, by the way, which sucked. But Bubba Nesbitt sent him a pizza and a strip. Yes, he did. Bubba's crazy, dude. We got it. Me and Bubba got into it on Instagram one day. He was being a little, you know what? He gets that way though. He gets his panties in a bunch. I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, nice, Sean. Well, man, enjoy your time with the fam, man. Love that. I know you love that too. That's awesome. I know there are a couple questions down here. I've been golfing. Oh, what's up, Provost? You've been golfing for 2 weeks? Oh, dude. So jealous, man. You know, I still haven't touched my golf gloves. When did we talk? We talked at Gats. We talked at Gats. That was the last time. The last Gats that happened. That's when I met Mr. Provost Motorsports. And dude, no. I take that back. I'm lying. I've played, I think, one round of golf since then. One. This is coming from a guy who used to put up 300 rounds a year. I put up one since then. I'm glad at least somebody's getting to friggin' play some golf, man. Please don't curse. I try not to, Wyatt. If I would repaint my truck, what would I do? Man, probably a blue and a white, kind of like the Driven Trucking colors. I love, like, if you're familiar with paint jobs, like it's called the Apache paint job. I got something to tell you, Clemens. It's called the Apache paint job. It's a two-stripe. And I think it's typically you see them on W9s or Kenworth. Yeah, I think it's typically W9s. Anyway, the Apache paint job in blue and white, I think would be pretty sick, like a metallic blue. I don't know, probably a white frame. I think that would look good with that Apache paint job. So blue and white, that's what I'd do. Or all blacked out. Oh, all blacked out truck, all blacked out hood truck. Woo, super sexy. Super. Do I like German Shepherd mixed with a Border Collie? Absolutely, man. Both are good dogs. German Shepherds, you got to watch them, but very, very smart dog. Plemons, remember how I told you that I thought my clubs were Mizuno? This is how out of the loop I am with golf. I didn't even know what kind of golf clubs I had in my bag, man. I have TaylorMades. How sad is that? I looked at them the other day. I actually knocked the dust off of them. I don't even know what freaking brand of golf club I have. That's embarrassing. Looking at making a jump over to Landstar in January. Crappy time to start, but a new Coronado glider. Woo. Wish I had a drop deck versatility, but 48-foot flat for now. Nice. Well, good luck, Paul. I'm sure you'll do well, man. I mean, there's a lot of guys over here that are absolutely killing it. So, I see some of the flat stuff, but I don't. I don't even look anymore. All I actually look for are just step deck loads. So, but good luck to you. I know you'll do well. I should do a blue accent, like a blue drop visor and blue fenders and stuff like that. I thought about it. But I don't know. If I wind up keeping this truck, which I don't know what I'm going to do. If I wind up keeping this truck, I'm probably just going to do like a whited out truck. Like just everything whited out. I'll probably take these chops and paint them white, put a 13-inch drop, reverse bow tie, drop visor on it, and redo the whole paint job. Because the whole paint job, Kenworth likes to use their rivets, and those rivets just over time just get abused and it loses some of the paint. So if I keep this truck, I think I would do some blue highlights, but I don't know exactly what. Like, I'm a fan of like an all whited out truck or an all blacked out truck. Like, that's my jam, man. That's my jam. Who do I drive for? My very first company. I drove. I was hired in by FFE. I know Kalen bought out FFE, and that actually happened while I was still there. But yeah, I drove for FFE. Was the very first company that I drove for. Do I hate Joe Biden? Man, I'm not gonna get into politics. I just don't want to, like, because just people get psychotic when talking about politics. Um, you know, I definitely would have much preferred Trump to stay in office, though, and hopefully he still does. I don't know. He's still there. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Heavy Haul Nation's got a double drop for sale. Mizuno irons. Yeah, those are probably my favorite irons, actually. I remember why I went with those TaylorMades though, because I think they're the muscle back TaylorMades, and it was just a little bit bigger sweet spot. I was playing a lot less at the time, so I was playing like maybe 4 rounds a year at most. So that's why. That's why. That's why. What's up with the skulls, Taranuki? Is that right? Anybody else? My thoughts on the new Volvo VNL 860. Jake, I don't know much about Volvos at all. And Provost actually, he drives. I don't. Here's the thing: I don't even know anything about Volvos. I know that Provost Motorsports has a brand new Volvo. Um, I don't even know what kind. He would be a better guy. I mean, obviously, he's going to sway. He's going to lean towards telling you good things about Volvo. I don't know anything about them, so I steer clear from them. What I do know is they're difficult to work on, and if they break down, you're pretty much kind of stuck going to. It's like the same thing as like an actual PACCAR motor or engine, excuse me. You have to go to PACCAR to get it worked on. Like same thing kind of for Volvo. Like you have to go to a Volvo dealer to get it worked on. So I'm not a fan of that. I would rather not have to limit myself like that. So that's why and I don't know much about Volvos, so I can't speak on it. Oh, what's up, Sammy? Is the game over? Who won? Oh, let's see. Would I go back to paper logs? Hell yeah. Absolutely. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Have the Mad Max blacked out truck. Nice. Dude, that's you? That'd be sweet, man. That's a nice truck. If that's really yours, that's a friggin' sweet truck. Panda German Shepherd. That's cool. I have a dumb dog and there's German Shepherd mixed with a Border Collie. Well, that's not nice, Wyatt. Well, if I missed any questions, watching on DVR because I've been live so long. Sorry. Oh man. Any more questions? Now's your chance. Now you got me. Ask me whatever. Oh, I can't sit like this much longer. Did y'all hear that? My trailer popped. Got an air leak I need to fix. Mega lease is a scam. What? Somebody asked about leasing? I missed that one. What's my favorite animal and color? Favorite animal? I want to think of something cool. Favorite animal, actually, a lion. Can you see that? A lion would be my favorite animal, and favorite color is blue. Why'd I pick Step Deck over Lowboy? True honest answer to that question. Ignorance. Lease from Mega Carrier or buy outright, my opinion. Oh, dude, buy outright. Like, it's not even a question. Buy outright. There is one instance that I would tell you to consider leasing from a carrier. And there's literally only one. And the only way that I would say to lease, like a lease purchase, is you are strictly doing it for the experience of owning like having the same duties to perform as an owner operator. So it makes, from a business perspective, it makes zero sense to do a lease purchase. Is it a little bit of raise from a company driver? Sure, a little bit. But the problem is if you have one breakdown, which the trucks are not maintained properly. a lot of times, like, a lease purchase comes with, like, a maintenance program, and they're not maintained properly, so you're almost guaranteed to break down. That being said, I do have a friend that is lease purchasing from Tennessee steel haulers, and so far so good for him. He's doing really well. He is making, he's making a pretty solid rate per mile, and like his truck payment isn't outrageous, but it's just, if you can buy a truck, buy a truck. There's my answer to that. When parking for food, regular non-work related steps like stores, where do I park? Around back. I pull around back. That's what I'm doing, just regular lease though. I have a pretty good lease purchase here. I'm sure there's some companies out there that do actually have a legitimate lease purchase, but it's scary. It's just scary. It's a scary proposition because most of them have clauses in them that are just like that 100% favor the company and not the driver. Favorite animal is a monkey. Monkeys are cool. When am I getting that 389? Not soon enough, Scott. I'll tell you that. How do I stay fit? I don't gain weight because I don't eat, man. No. I watch what I eat. I watch what I eat, and I'm not. I mean, look. I just ate Subway. Like, I'm not a saint out here. I don't. You just have to watch. It is literally. It is literally. If staying fit is a calories in, calories out deal. Period. End of story. That's it. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, are you going to be healthy if you eat chocolate but you only eat 1,500 calories every day? No, you're not going to be healthy. But as far as your weight is concerned, 99% of the time it is calories in, calories out. Period. Um, I try to get some exercise. Well, I don't always. I'm not parked in the back right now, but the majority of the time I park at the very back of the truck stop. I do a lot of walking. I walk around a lot. A lot of times you'll see me out walking at the truck stop. So walking is one of the greatest forms of exercise. Everybody can walk. So, get your 10,000 steps in a day and watch them calories in, calories out. Watch that formula. You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. 130 pounds and I'm 11. Big old boy. Hans, we do a 65 as a lease, 58, 62. How often do I see a Swift driver screw up? Oh, man. I don't see as many Swift drivers as most because I've got a step deck. So it's I don't know how often do I see him. Honestly, I can't tell you last time I saw a Swift driver screw up. I saw one kind of making a fool of himself parking last night, but I mean, that could be anybody. Hell, I could do that. 65 is a little slow. I could go 69. Me too. Good evening. What's up, Horizon Pictures? You're 5'3" and you're 11? Dang, dude. You ain't go be healthy without Christ. Well, GS, I don't like to talk religion, sir, but if you're going to talk about Christ, at least capitalize the name. Come on now, you should know that. How often do you see a Swift driver? Okay. All right, scrolling back down the bottom. You can go buy a new truck with the $14K down payment, half the payments. You can take anywhere you want. Yeah, pretty much. Little Debbie Christmas tree is going to kill me. Scott, everybody's got their vice, man. Everybody's got their vice. There's a reason companies govern trucks. Yeah, the governing is it's all an insurance thing. Yeah, and also it's a miles per gallon bottom line. If you save a penny on a gallon, I mean, they're freaking, they're buying millions of gallons every month. So, like saving one penny, like slowing down the trucks, like it does so much for a company whenever you're that size. Whereas when you're talking about a small sample size, like 1 to 5 trucks, excuse me, it doesn't do any good to govern. So, that's why those big mega carriers are governed. How's your trailer doing? It's doing good. I can't complain. You know, Haven't popped any tires, so that's good. Y'all hear about it either here or Instagram or somewhere. But you know, can't complain. She's doing all right. I'm not popping tires, so I've got to plug a tire tomorrow. Dadgummit, I got a nail in it. I need to plug it. I'm not gonna pay a shop to plug it, so I'm gonna plug it myself. Excuse me. I found it. I'm getting heartburn. Sorry, guys. I found it after I told everybody I was going live. So unfortunately, that's why I didn't get out there and plug it today, because I made a promise to you guys that I was going live. So is what it is. I'll fix it tomorrow. It'll be all right. It's barely even leaking. I didn't even realize it was leaking until the tire was actually sitting a certain way. So, and that's because it was putting pressure on the side of the nail. When I stopped earlier, it's actually not even leaking. So it'll be all right. But it costs her at least thousands, because they can only do 600 miles a day. Yeah, sketchiest truck stop I've ever been at. Probably the Flying J in Dallas, or the Loves in Houston. I know there's a lot of sketchy ones out there. I'm sure. I mean, actually, no. It wasn't a truck stop, but it was a drop yard. It was in the middle of Detroit, and I'm talking like the middle of the friggin' hood. Like, wow, thanks, Robert. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. This thing was absolutely in the middle of the hood. I had to take a load up there that was going up to Canada, and that was a drop yard to be what do you call it? Like, it has to go through the customs process. Like, I don't know how often, but that was hands down. Like, I actually missed the turn, and I wound up going through like a really, really bad neighborhood. And it was one of those where you like reach over and you kind of lock the door without anybody noticing type of neighborhoods. Yeah, scary stuff. Let's see here. I often do lot lizards. Okay, Jake, I've been driving for 8.5 years now. I think I've seen 4 lot lizards in 8.5 years, and only 2 have knocked on my door, and 0 have gotten paid. Trust me, we're doing just fine at Prime as lease ops. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not saying that you like. I'm sure you probably are. The bottom line is you could make more elsewhere. But if that's an avenue, like if it suits your business model, hey man, more power to you. Like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything bad about it. And I've heard from other people that Prime actually has a decent lease op. I would just say, from a business perspective, it makes more sense to buy a truck. Sitting at the truck stop in Atoka. Oh, cool. You're just across the state there. Sim with Jim. Time to get some spicy chicken wings. Hey, enjoy those wings, Horizon. I would kill for some spicy wings right now. For sure. I saw a couple. Let's see. Half the load money goes on fuel card. I live off money and not burning in fuel. The rest of the money goes in truck count. After expenses, more money on hand than I ever had in my working career. Cool. How well you be doing if your lease payment was a $2K a month truck payment? Ever run into animals while out on the road? Actually, no, I haven't hit anything. I've hit a couple of small things that I didn't even know what the world I hit. And I actually ran over a dead deer. Out of freaking nowhere. Just, there were no lights on the side of the road. And I hit a dead deer, and it hit my ramps over on the passenger side, and just, ugh, that was pretty gross. Definitely had to get the truck and trailer washed after that. I'm out of Ontario and Canada, the only 2 provinces with mandatory 65 limited. I'm assuming the speed, and they have the highest truck accidents in Canada. Yeah, I'm not there's definitely there's certainly arguments both ways for sure. Like a truck out here doing 62, 63 miles an hour still. I think there's one company left that does 62 or 63. Like, that's just dangerous when pretty much everybody else is doing 70. That's just dangerous to me. I don't like it. Hey, see you later, Anthony. Yep, you have a happy Thanksgiving too. Loves in Houston's too small. Yeah, man, it is. It's gross. Don't like it at all. 0 have been paid. I'm not sure what that means. Rest area in 75 South in Finley. Yeah, a lot of lizards really are. They're a thing of the past. You just don't see them anymore. That is true. Any scary stories to tell us? Oh, man. Yeah. Right now, I've got a wire that needs to be fixed. And Ivan Drago. I want that I think it's like an 80s shirt. It's on Instagram, and it's got Ivan Drago, and it says if he dies, he dies. I want that shirt. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I've got a it's grounding out and is basically losing power to my fuel accelerator. I think I have it moved in the right spot where it's not going to ground out, but man, finding that is going to be just awful, 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 awful. So that actually happened while I was in motion. So pretty scary there, but you know, it's not like the scariest in the world. It's not going to cause any accidents or anything like that. So not too bad. Not too bad. Jerry, what's up, man? Drink one from me's. Come on. Save the scary story videos. Yeah, for sure. I like Kiersey from Prime. I haven't watched her stuff. I don't know. I know, like I've seen her on YouTube. I've seen her like in Hensley's live chats and stuff, and I know she's on Instagram, I think. But I haven't watched any of her videos. You know, like this may be kind of shocking to hear, but us truck drivers, like the trucking YouTube, the YouTube truckers don't really watch many of the other YouTube truckers. So later, Eric. Big boom on the worst bridge in the country will do that. Oh, what's that? Do companies allow you to have a gun in your truck? Some do, Cole. Some don't. Some restrict it. You know, it's one of those things, like it's a company policy. So company policy is different than law. They can kind of get away with, you know, restricting you from having a gun in your truck. But you know, it boils down to it's a company thing. It's going to be different for every company. So, and then you have to know which states will allow you to, you know, conceal or not. Not all states will allow you to carry one in a commercial vehicle. So you just have to be aware of those laws. Those laws change for everything. So did I hear about the Brent Spence Bridge in Cincinnati? Yeah, man, that was crazy. That thing's gonna be shut down for months. Yeah, there are lots of Prime YouTubers, I believe. Be cool to have a bear ride along. That'd be pretty sweet. Would I rather live in a small town or a big city? In between, man. In between, in the suburbs. Just outside of the big city where I could park my truck on, but close enough where I'm not too remote. Also, far enough where as building and inflation reach out, I'm not swallowed up before I die. So, what's that? 100 yards outside the city or 100 miles outside the city? Is my shifter the same as Make Sense? Yeah, that little topper is actually. His face is backwards, mine faces forwards. I mean, mine's a little eyeball looking thing. But yes, sir, it is, Hans. Let's see here. Yes, flatbed is awesome. Prime does that. Who's a trainer? Oh, Kiersey, she's a trainer at Prime. Never enough charcoal flavor. What are we talking about here? Well, let's see here. The same issue happened to my Freightliner. Came out to be a positive wire from the battery that rubbed on the steel frame that holds up. It started losing power for a few days. Huh. Interesting. I actually haven't checked those wires, so I'll double check those. Thank you. In my opinion, how much more money can you make with a tri-axle step deck over a 2-axle? Quite a bit, to be honest with you. You know, there's a... The thing is, you know, the majority of to say that either. I don't know. Will you make more? Yes. How much more? I don't know. You know, it just depends. I've seen a good amount, or a fair amount, I should say, of loads that I could have hauled where I would have made more money with the Traxel over here. So, but to say how much more, I don't know. Is it worth the $10,000 extra? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Wow. Well, Jerry, mine's definitely not that bad. I'm almost certain, like my wire that's basically grounding out is it's near the ECM. That's where I was moving wiring. So I had it was pretty much stuck the other day at sitting in a truck stop, and I was trying to leave out a bar stow and really got under there and was really moving those wires around, and I'm almost certain it's got to be within about 2 feet of the ECM. So it's a bummer. It's going to be so hard to find. Oh, it's going to be so hard to find. But in the wintertime, that goes up massively, massively. It's because of the salt on the road. They don't really want to chance anything. So they want the majority of loads tarped. I think I've tarped like my past 3 loads. So percentage wise, I don't know. Probably, definitely over 50%. Probably somewhere around 75, if I had to guess. And compared to summertime, because I kind of avoid tarping, probably twice as many. I just went through Wyoming. It's open. They got Wyoming open again. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Wyoming. I try not to go there. After tour, they just died. Did my audio just change, everybody? I'm sure my audio changed. Can y'all hear me at all? Let's see if this works. How's the audio? Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Is it all right? Like, I don't know. I'm sure it's probably not as good as it was, but okay. All right then. Well, we'll keep going if you guys have still have questions. How are the average internet transfer speeds at truck stops? Good enough for doing some gaming? Adam, I think there are some people that do gaming. I mean, you're gonna certainly have some latency there. I wouldn't recommend like raiding in a World of Warcraft type game, but it's probably pretty good. No, I do not have a router in my truck. I don't game. Um, It's good. We can hear your raspy voice. I don't game out here. Matter of fact, I took my PlayStation out of the truck because I just don't have any time. And my time is pretty much trucking or YouTube. So, you know, is what it is. But what animals do I have in my house? Just a dog. Just one dog. That's all. It's not a farm. How long until a self-driving truck put most truckers out of a job? Um, Very, very long time, Robert. Very, very long time. Like I'll probably be retired before we see that. Doo-doo. Pilot has the best Wi-Fi for gaming. Boom, there you go. I trust Jerry's opinion right there. So that's good info. That's good info right there. Robert, get out of here, man. If you keep trolling, I'm I'm just gonna hide you from the channel. Dogs, 3 fish, 1 cat. Self-driving trucks will come in when I get married. Yeah. Let's see here. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Do I ever take my dog in the truck? No. Man, I would love to. She's just not really a dog truck or a truck dog. You know. Unfortunately, I would love to take her. She got depressed. We tried to take her at one point, and I guess this isn't working. Tried to take her at one point, but she was just literally she was just depressed and didn't like it. So that's not working. What engine do I have? A Cummins 2250. Ever played SnowRunner? No, I have not. Ever take your kids or wife in the truck? Yeah, me and my wife almost killed each other in the truck for about 2 months once. Why do flatbedders throw straps over tarps? Um, it's just sometimes you have to. There are some loads where they kind of require you to do that, but um, it does help keep the tarps down. I just don't like what it personally. I don't like what it does to the tarps. Whenever you're tarping down, you're really putting pressure on those edges, especially something that's firm, something that's not gonna, depress down. You're kind of ruining your tarps. I mean, you are in fact like stretching the material of that tarp, and you're breaking down the integrity of the tarp. So you're cutting down the life of the tarp. That being said, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it is necessary. So there are some insulation companies that will require you to, put your tarps on and then throw your straps over. But sometimes you want to throw like a 2-inch strap over the top where you've got two tarps kind of overlapping to keep this one from catching wind and coming back, and now it's going down the road like, wings. But it's not a good practice. If you can avoid it, I would avoid it. Would I go into car hauling? Sure. Sheared rock, we always strapped over tarps, but it was a regional dedicated route. Yeah, it's just dependent. It's kind of dependent on what you're hauling, all that good stuff. My fuel capacity is 190 gallons. It's kind of low for some trucks, especially kind of like an owner operator truck, but it is what it is. What kind of power does my truck have? I appreciate it, Mr. Rich, Jack Rich. 550 horses, 1850 on the torque. Just say you're one monkey short of being BJ and the Bear. What did I miss? I think the sound's fidelity was a bit better with no headset. We could hear just a tiny bit of truck sound. Oh, okay. Oh, now it won't turn off. Now it won't turn off. Let's see if I can fix that. I might be able to. How's the sound now? Straps over tarps does look bad, but some companies, I won't mention Western Express's name, but since they've lost so many tarps to that's funny. Do I love Del Taco? Del Taco's all right. If you're talking about, I mean, I guess for fast food Mexican food in California, Del Taco's pretty good, but I would just find better restaurants. I lived in Temecula for a little while, and man, I can't remember the name, but there was a little Mexican food restaurant inside this gas station, and whew, man, they had some good food. Way better than Del Taco, same price. Triple dare me to go outside. No, I'm not going to go outside. Sorry. What's my advice on doing flatbed in the cold? Bundle up. There's just not much you can do, I love tarp, then edge protection, then strap. I'm not a fan. 550 horse, 190 gallon tank. I'm refueling every hour. No, man, I get like 7 miles a gallon, dude. Just every day. Find the one-offs and taco. Yeah, the one-offs. Oh man, taco trucks. Woo! I'm from Houston, so I know all about the taco trucks. Oh, good stuff. 200 gallon capacity, fills 175. I strap over tarp, felt underneath, D-ring straps rotted off, minimal billing, a lot less sponges. Yeah, definitely a lot less sponges. That's certainly, that's certainly the case. I didn't get much training going to hot shot flatbed. What's my advice for flatbed? Well, baby Zoe, I have a ton of securement videos. It's kind of like too much to get into, in one video. But yeah, I hate this. I hate saying it, but it's kind of one of those things like you'll have to check out, some of the other videos. So it's pretty much a lot of the older videos. I haven't put out a securement video in quite a while. I am building a securement course though, and that's going to be available at some point in the future, but we'll see. Have you ever had Japanese or Vietnamese? I've had Japanese food, not off a truck, but definitely had Japanese food. I don't think I've had Vietnamese food. I don't think so. Best street chacos. Oh yeah, y'all are talking tacos now. Y'all are gonna me hungry. I'm about to end this feed. Y'all get me hungry. Do you have to govern your truck at Landstar? No sir. No sir. We do not govern our trucks here. They pretty much look at you like that's your truck. You do with it what you want. You get in trouble, probably gonna get fired. But they pretty much give you free reign. It's so cold. I dare you to go outside. No, Wyatt. Plus, you're in Michigan. I'm in Oklahoma, man. It's not that cold here. It's only like 55 or something. What is the best starter truck? That's kind of a loaded question, Jalen. I don't know if there's necessarily a best one or not. Ultimately, okay, I'll say this. The best starter truck is a cheap truck. I'm talking like a $15,000 truck, one that's going to break down all the time, because it's going to force you to learn how to fix it, and that way you can stay profitable. Now, if you have a family that relies on you, or you have a lot of bills that you need to stay consistent with, I don't recommend that. But if you're like a young guy, has no bills, has no wife, no girlfriend that might as well be your wife, a cheap truck that you're gonna have to work on, that you're gonna have to fix, that's probably the best starter truck. Check the videos out. Oh, I appreciate that, Mr. Rich. I'm in your home state. Yeah, I like Oklahoma. It's not too bad. It's pretty close to Texas, or similar, I should say. Got a lot of Vietnamese food up here in Minnesota. Oh, okay. Tarping in the winter has to suck. It sucks royally. Anybody that says it doesn't, they're lying. Boom. All right. I think we reached the end. Come to the. Oh man, I love pho. Now, okay, so I guess I have. So pho is Vietnamese food. See, I didn't even know that. I've had pho. I might see if you're heading east. I'll be in Clarkston. Well, I'm not sure where I'm going, actually. Jerry, I'm not sure where I'm going. We'll see tomorrow. I'm probably headed towards the house, but I don't have a load booked yet, so you know how that goes. Could be home, I don't know, Tuesday. Could be home Thursday. Indian and Mexican are my jams. Mexican food is probably my favorite. Probably Mexican, and probably then, I don't know what you would call steak. Actually, steak is probably my favorite food. Then Mexican food, then Italian food. Why don't I get a 40-ton 2-axle lowboy? Well, because I kind of own that one back there. And getting rid of it, I would take a hit, and I don't want to take a hit. So, plus I probably need a new truck before I need a new trailer. Probably. That's why. But otherwise, like, I should have bought a lowboy rather than this one. I'll say that. Do I think a Southwest regional is good for flatbed? Seems like it to me.
I mean, Midwest is probably the best. You know, if you're talking flatbed, Midwest is where all the money's at. You know, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, even up Michigan, you can make good money. Sometimes Wisconsin, you can do well out of Wisconsin, but you know, pretty much the Midwest, yeah, like that's where all the flatbed money is to be made. Like if you live in the Midwest, you could work regional, make a killing, be home every weekend, easy, like easy. Put it that way. Can my next truck be a Freightliner? Absolutely not. You know, classics are nice, FLDs are nice, but no. Ain't nothing like 40. Yeah, no kidding. Trying to wrap them things up sucks. Hands all frozen. Wasn't it light outside when you started? Yeah. Golden? Yeah. This stream is 2 hours and 40 minutes right now. Super long. And I was live for like 40 minutes over on the other channel, so been at this a while. I mean, people still hanging out, I'll hang out. Am I scared of the freight shaker? Yeah. Yes, I am. I wouldn't recommend any new Freightliner. Yeah, the def box. Yeah, the one box in the new Freightliners is just stupid. I mean, $17,000-$18,000 to replace a system that's built to fail. That's asinine to me. My trainer's truck went out twice in 1 year. Yeah, exactly. First car in high school, Pontiac Le Mans, 1987 Pontiac Le Mans. I had to leave that thing at home if, you know, I was trying to pick up girls. That thing sucked. But then my parents got me a brand new Mustang, so that was cool. Catch you later. All right. Bye, State Queen. East of 35, best flatbed, out Arizona way to Pacific Northwest, heavy, cheap, saturated. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, it's best to just stay east of 35. If you're a flatbed guy, just stay east of 35. Yeah, sure, the load's gonna pay for you to go out, but the likelihood of you sitting there is pretty high. And even if you're not sitting there, you're gonna take such a whooping coming back east that it's really just not worth it. I mean, if you get $5 a mile to go out to go out west, maybe, you know, you can turn around and come back for like $1.50. But I mean, even if you go out at like $3 a mile, you're $2.25 all the way around. But hell, you can run regional in the Midwest and make more than $2.25, so it doesn't really make sense even at that point. So my dad. Huh. I guess I'm back. Well, everybody, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you so much. This was about the hats. If you are interested in a hat, this is going to be the only time you're ever going to get this hat. Email me, driventruckinghats, plural, HATS, at yahoo.com. If you are interested in a hat, you're limited to 2, cannot buy more than 2. This is a limited time sale. And once this hat becomes unavailable, you'll never be able to buy it again. I will never put it on sale again, I'll put it that way. I might do some giveaways involving hats in the future, but you'll never be able to purchase it beyond that. So, just thought I would let you guys know. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. You guys rock. I mean, we're over 2.5 hours in. We still had like 55 in here before I went black for a little while. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. But as always, stay driven. Bye.